over on the Sports Hub. Have a great night.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 Sports Hub. A Beasley Media Group station. This is Boston Bruins hockey, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V, available at your local New England Honda dealers. Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio, it's Boston Bruins hockey. Tonight, the Bruins return from their 3-day holiday break to take on the Columbus Blue Jackets in the front end of a back-to-back home-and-home series. Welcome into the broadcast booth alongside Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston. It is great to have you with us. Hope you had a terrific last few days, and now the Bruins get back to action tonight after their 3-day holiday break, coming after a win over Washington at TD Garden on Monday night. For the second straight game, the Bruins were tied in the second intermission before winning the third period to take the 2 points. On Monday, it was 3 unanswered goals for a 4-1 victory over the Capitals, and it left Joe Sacco's team with some extra holiday cheer during their time off.
We've played a lot of games, if I'm not mistaken. We're second in the league, I think, right now in games, maybe behind New Jersey, 1 game. So we've played a lot of games. We had that tough travel schedule there before we got home, but there's a good feeling, obviously, right now in the room because of the way we're playing. But it's good to go into the break the way we did tonight, getting on the right side of that feeling.
Yeah, time to turn the page, right? It's for the Bruins here. It's always a little unpredictable coming off of 3 days. It doesn't sound like a lot, but there's a lot going on, right? You have families, or maybe you're traveling somewhere. Players are kind of creatures of habit. They like to, you're practicing a lot. You're at the rink all the time. This is 3 days completely away. Travel this morning to get here to take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. So it's always a little bit, you're unexpected. You're not sure what to expect when you come into this situation, and then you get into the rhythm again and start playing again. And then you want days off. So, but I think from the Bruins standpoint, coming back here, the way that they lost to Columbus last time, I would think has a little bit of an impression for them. These teams have gone in opposite directions since Columbus beat them. Of course, the Bruins make the coaching change. The Bruins' record has been really solid under Joe Sacco. And when you look at Columbus's record since that Bruins game, they went on to beat Tampa and Carolina right after they beat the Bruins. So they had a 3-game win streak. But since then, 5, 6, and 4. In other words, 5 and 10. And they've fallen, below that 500 marker that they'd gotten to.
Yeah, and, for the Bruins, as you mentioned, kind of creatures of habit, like how do you deal with the layoff? It comes at a time when the Bruins have won, or they're 4-0-1 over the course of their last 5 games. So, maybe hit it at the wrong time. We'll hope to see if the Bruins can keep that momentum going. But over the last couple of games, we've seen Joe Sacco make a little bit of a change with one of his top lines. Charlie Coyle moved to the wing alongside Elias Lindholm and Brad Marchand. They've seen that pay dividends right away. In fact, on Monday night, all 3 of those players had goals, and Marchand likes the way that they have come together quickly.
When you have him and Lindy out there, and Steve and I obviously have built some chemistry over the last little while, and seem to be finding it pretty quickly with Lindy as well. So I just think that we have really good chemistry as a line, and we can feed off each other. We can all win corner battles, make plays out of there, and make plays off the rush. So we just seem to be connecting.
Really responsible at both ends of the ice, I think, for all 3 of those guys in different ways, but they get the job done, and they've read off of each other extremely well. They were the difference of the game in the third period for the Bruins. It seems like a long time ago, but that last game that they played against the Washington Capitals, you mentioned it, close 1-1 there going into the third, and the Bruins break it open. And I think that they finally got the odd man rush that they wanted, and they were able to finish it off. That was Lindholm on a nice pass there from Marchand, but it was also Charlie Coyle making a good defensive play in his own zone to get that puck out. So all 3 of them, factoring on that, they're factoring on the other one there when Coyle was able to chip home the shot off the post. So And they created when they were out there, right? They created offensively. They can all protect the puck, again, in different ways. Marchand does it with that quickness. Coyle does it with the strength. And, Lindholm's maybe a little bit of a balance between the two of them, but they've read off of each other extremely well. And you need a line to be hot, right? You'd love to have balanced scoring. I mean, you'd love to see it. If it's not there all the time, though, you've got to have at least one line that's hot for you. And right now, in a smaller sample size, that's been the line.
Well, and it's good to see Charlie Coyle producing more goals because obviously the first half of the season has not gone exactly according to plan for him. Meanwhile, the Bruins power play scored goals in each of the last 2 games, and it's been the members of what's typically Joe Sacco's second unit that have cashed in.
Simplicity. They're really not doing anything that's special. They're getting the puck up to the top. We have traffic out front. We have elbow shooters available. We get 2 on the inside. Most of the goals are probably rebound goals. Brad's in front of the net, finding some loose change. It's just a simple, efficient power play. They don't get a lot of time. So when they get out there, there's an urgency level that they have to have, and they have shown that. They're getting maybe 30 seconds if they're lucky, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, but it's quick, they're efficient, they get the puck to the net, and they have people on the inside.
Yeah, and I'll add something to that as well. When Joe Sacco says they won't get a lot of time on the power play, 1 or 2 guys might not get any time on the power play,
right.
Maybe the last 10, 15 seconds because, if Pastrnak extends his shift and he's going to be out there, if he's not continuing to come back into the zone, he's going to stay out there for that time. And why not, right? I mean, you've got the guy with the goal-scoring ability that he has. If he feels that he can stay and he's not too tired out there, then, definitely do that. But so you might have a kind of a disjointed power play where you don't have that unit out there that as a 5-man unit. But, yes, get the puck back to the point. Brazo is really good in front of the net. He's shown the ability to tip pucks. I think he's got 4 power play goals this year, if I'm not mistaken. Tied for the team lead in power play goals this season so far. He can make plays down below the goal line. He can find the open man out in front. Can he track down pucks quickly enough after an initial shot is taken? If there's a rebound or a loose puck, that's still a kind of a work in progress for him. But pretty good at it, though. Pretty good at it. He doesn't have that quickness that maybe like a Jake DeBrusk used to have. But, he can get there. And he's got a good reach to keep plays alive.
And we have to talk about the Bruins defense because they held Washington to 11 shots on goal the other night. Only 7 5-on-5 shots. Defenseman Andrew Peeke will make his return to Columbus for the first time since the trade that brought him to Boston last spring, and he and the defense have been on a roll.
Yeah, we put an emphasis on protecting the middle ice in the D zone. They forecheck hard, they battle hard, and when they get pucks, they go toss them right to the net or the slot. So we made it a point to protect that tonight.
Yeah, Columbus can score. Their 5-on-5 is one of the best in the league, and when they win games, they outscore their mistakes. And so they know how to put the puck in the net. They can get a little unorganized on the defensive end of things. That's where the Bruins would have to try to take advantage of them here today. But, offensively, you just look at their numbers throughout the entire season. They'll go through stretches where they're scoring in bunches, and then, then they'll tail off a little bit, kind of come back to reality. But they can definitely put the puck in the net. So Bruins defense will definitely be tested here today.
And they'll be protecting Jonas Korpisalo, the former Blue Jacket, will get the start in goal tonight for the Bruins. Coming up here on our pregame show, we'll go around the NHL, including a coaching change in Detroit.
So collectively, we are where we are, and we're playing the way we are, and a decision comes at some point.
We'll hear more from Joe Sacco on tonight's matchup.
They're a really good team at home. They come out strong. Their starts have been good here at home, so we need to make sure that we're ready to play when the puck drops.
And up next, we'll take a closer look at the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Marchenko in on the left side with a shot, and he scores! Kirill Marchenko! And he beats Montembeault to break the tie.
That's all on the way here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Life moves fast, but so do you. Bring the road to your living room with Assault Runner. Rated the best manual treadmill by Garage Gym Reviews. Sprint, jog, or walk on your own schedule right from home. Endurance and HIIT workouts are effective, yet safe, allowing you to achieve your goals while protecting your joints. It's durable, smooth, and burns more calories than an average treadmill. Plus, with flexible financing, it's easy to pay at your own pace. Get free shipping when you visit assaultfitness.com.
Scrubley, la única escobilla limpia parabrisas de resistencia industrial que garantizará que eliminará residuos, lluvia, insectos, lodo de hielo y todo lo que encuentre. Scrubley, la única escobilla limpia parabrisas que sigue el ritmo de la aventura. Ahora disponible en Walmart.
Listen to Felger and Mazz every afternoon on your ride home, beginning at 2 on the Sports Hub. Listen live on the air, online at 985thesportshub.com or on the 985 The Sports Hub app. Did you know you can get original podcasts, complete shows, and more on the Sports Hub app? Download it today, wherever you get your apps. Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
5 seconds to go, and that should do it. Matheson looking up ice. Bank pass doesn't work. Jackets going to Christmas with a huge win at Nationwide 5-4.
Back here in Columbus, Bruins and the Blue Jackets coming up. And the last time these teams got together, it turned out to be the final game of Jim Montgomery's tenure as Bruins head coach. A 5-1 Columbus win back at TD Garden on November the 18th. Since then, as Beersy mentioned earlier, it's been kind of some winning streaks, some losing streaks, and the Blue Jackets continue to hover around the 500 mark for Coach Dean Evison.
We've been up and down. Obviously, we haven't been as consistent as we want to be. Our record reflects that. And we have to get better if we want to take that first step, to get to where we want to go ultimately. So, but have we gone back and, really evaluated the start? No. I mean, we've obviously talked and we, communicate about what we can do better, in order to set us up to move forward here starting tonight.
Yeah, Dean Evison, coach here. He's an interesting guy. He never really looks happy, right? You see him on the bench. He's as they kind of talk about him here, just he's wound really tight. He wants to win. He cares about his players. They've been through a lot here in Columbus. I mean, with the loss of Goudreau before the season, you had the whole Patrick Laine thing in the offseason kind of hanging over their heads where he eventually gets traded to the Montreal Canadiens. So there's been a lot going on here. The goaltending situation, did Elvis want to stay? Did he want to leave? We'll see Merzlikins here today in this game. When you look and you talk to people here, it's the defensive side of things that can break down for them. They can definitely score, but they're not going to score every night. And when you're not scoring, what are you doing? How are you winning games? And is your defensive structure good enough to compensate when the goals dry up? And they will. You're not going to score at that rate all season long unless you're Edmonton back in the 80s, right? Yeah. It's not going to happen. So I think with this team, they're still learning how to defend, and when they don't have that A game offensively, how to compensate for it at the other end.
Yeah, I mean, they've scored 5 goals or more in about a third of their games so far this season, including the 5-goal burst against Boston earlier this year. Defenseman Zach Werenski is one of the leaders in that, tied for the second spot on the team with 11 goals, 35 points in 35 games for Werenski.
I just want to get out and play our game. Obviously, we play them, 2 nights in a row. I feel like probably the advantage is for us tonight at home, and then tomorrow probably leans their way. So I feel like this first one's huge for us, just getting off to a good start and trying to establish our game from the beginning. But both games should be good hockey games, so hopefully we can just get off on the right foot tonight.
Yeah, Werenski's one of the best in the league, especially on that offensive side. Both sides of the puck, really, but the offensive side, he's third in the league in points for defensemen right now. Cal McCarr and Quinn Hughes, the only 2 guys that are in front of him in terms of points from defensemen this season. And, you know, when he says that they have a bit of an advantage here at home, maybe today, maybe not so much tomorrow, their record would indicate that most nights. Columbus Blue Jackets come into this game on home ice 10-4-3. It's a pretty good record on home ice. And on the road, 4-11-3.
So we'll see if the Bruins can break that trend here tonight. Coming up next, we're going to check out the Sports Hub headlines with Sean Silver as we continue here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Scrub-Lay, la única escobilla limpia parabrisas de resistencia industrial que garantizará que eliminará residuos, lluvia, insectos, lodo de hielo y todo lo que encuentre. Scrub-Lay, la única escobilla limpia parabrisas que sigue el ritmo de la aventura. Ahora disponible en Walmart.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
Major League Baseball free agent news. Teoscar Hernandez will reportedly return to the Los Angeles Dodgers on a 3-year, $66 million pact. Tigers also picked up Gleyber Torres on a 1-year deal earlier today. Basketball, Celtics and Pacers in the Eastern Conference rematch this evening. No Drew Holiday, no Kristaps Porzingis for Boston. It's a 7:30 tip elsewhere in the NBA. The Kings have fired head coach Mike Brown. College bowl games, Navy takes the Armed Forces Bowl 21-20 over Oklahoma. Vanderbilt a healthy lead late in the fourth over Georgia Tech in the Birmingham Bowl. 3 games later on. In the NFL, the Patriots kick off a trio of Saturday games hosting the Chargers at 1 o'clock in Foxborough tomorrow. The headlines brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Now open in Raynham, Reading, and Braintree. I'm Sean Silver. Bruins and Blue Jackets tonight in Columbus. Ryan Johnson and Bob Beers go around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Can you hear that? That's the sound of your engine building up damaging deposits. You know, the kind that hurt fuel economy, performance, and the longevity of your engine. And unfortunately, it starts the moment you drive it off the lot. So no matter the age of your vehicle, it's building up deposits. But here's the good news. There's a new motor oil that removes up to 100% of deposits. Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect. It's the first and only motor oil that restores pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits. That's right, 100%. Restoring your engine to run like new. Plus, Valvoline Restore and Protect is a premium full synthetic that features 79% greater wear protection than industry standards. And with continuous use, it even keeps new deposits from forming. So if you like how a new engine performs, you're going to love new Restore and Protect. Another first from Valvoline.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Assault Fitness, cardio gear highly rated by Garage Gym Reviews, Men's Health, and more. From manual treadmills to air bikes and rowers, each machine is designed to deliver a powerful workout without the need for electricity. Every workout is quick, effective, and easy on the joints. The harder you push, the tougher it gets, making it a challenge for any fitness level. Bring the intensity of the gym right to your home with the equipment built to last. Get free shipping when you shop at assaultfitness.com, financing options available.
You want to get the kids something different this year for the holidays, right? Well, no matter what you get them, you should power the toys with something that's definitely different. Duracell batteries with power boost ingredients. They're unlike any other battery, so to make sure Christmas morning goes great, get only Duracell batteries with power boost ingredients. Whoa, does that happen every time I say Duracell with power boost ingredient? Nice. Try it with me, Duracell with power boost ingredients. Yes.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Back here in Columbus, Bruins and Blue Jackets on the way as we go around the NHL. We'll start in Detroit, where the Red Wings will host the Maple Leafs. And yesterday, Derek Lalonde fired. Red Wings hired Todd McClellan as their new head coach. And today, GM Steve Yzerman talked about why the time was now.
Our team isn't performing to what my expectations are. And why they aren't is because our players aren't playing to each of their individual expectations. And I have my own expectation of each individual player. And so collectively, we are where we are, and we're playing the way we are. And, a decision comes at some point.
They've lost 3 in a row coming into today's game. They're only 2 points ahead of the Buffalo Sabres, who just snapped a 13-game losing streak. So he decides to make this move one day after Christmas as well for the lawn getting out of there. And Todd McClellan goes back behind the bench. He was an assistant coach there a number of years ago. So we'll see if McClellan can get them going. Only 3-6-1 in their last 10 games. Toronto, their opponent here tonight, comes in, loses of 2 in a row, and they will not have Austin Matthews. Now, last time they lost Matthews, they went on a pretty good win streak. Right. Won the majority of games, but he's expected to miss today and their next game as well.
Among the other early games, Blackhawks visit the Sabres tonight.
Yeah, Buffalo, we just said, snapped a 13-game losing streak with their win just before the break.
Hurricanes visit the Devils. Carolina head coach Rod Brind'Amour trying to get his team back to playing like they were in the first month of the season.
Well, I think it's just been more consistent. Our game's there. At every game, you see it. And usually it's just we have these little inconsistencies, I think, that cause us some problems.
Yeah, Carolina 8-8-1 on the road. They're heading into New Jersey here tonight. They're only 5-5 overall in their last 10 games. The Devils coming in winners of 23 games this season, and they've won 2 in a row coming into this one.
Among the later games, Nashville will visit St. Louis tonight. Blues are 7-4-3 since Jim Montgomery took over there. That's our check around the NHL. We'll hear from Bruins interim head coach Joe Sacco next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's Remove contact lenses before using MyBow. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBow-YEAH or visit mybow.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Cane's is now open in Warwick at Bald Hill Road and West Natick.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms. Let's first go back to the game against Washington earlier this week. You guys hold them to 11 shots on goal. I think it was 7 5-on-5 shots for that game. What'd you like about your team defensively in that game?
Well, there was a lot to like about our game, especially away from the puck. I thought that our guys really did a nice job of keeping the play to the outside. We protected the slot well. We did a decent job, well, better than decent job of neutralizing any speed through the neutral zone. We clogged it up pretty well in the middle there, too. So anytime you give up that many shots, it's a commitment by everyone, blocking shots, good stick details. I mean, they still had some chances, but we did a good job with our sticks or our bodies blocking those opportunities that they had. So the commitment to our game away from the puck, the commitment to checking was there.
Second game in a row, you guys go into the third period tied, come out with a win. You go back to the Calgary game a couple games before that. You had to come from 2 goals down to force overtime. What's going on with your team in the third period lately as you guys have managed to seize control of these games?
Just a belief system that the players have right now, that they feel that they're not out of any games. And that's important, right? You never want to be down going into the third, but reality is you are going to be down in some games going into third periods, and it's the ability to stick with it, show the determination and the will to not deviate from your game plan and sticking with it, like I said. And that was the sign in the third period against Washington. It was a very low event game both ways the first 2 periods. There was not a lot of scoring opportunities for either side. And so sometimes when that happens, teams will try to open it up a little bit, and we didn't. We stayed with it. We capitalized on some odd man rushes.
Brad Marchand, another multiple point night in that game. He's on a 10-game point streak. Just kind of talk about where he was at the beginning of the year. It was a rough summer for him with a lot of surgeries versus where he's at right now.
Well, you said it. I think that he got behind the 8 ball because he missed some training time in the summer. Brad's a guy that, his commitment to fitness is extraordinary. So he missed some time. He missed some time in training camp. And so when you're playing catch up, it's not easy. And I think that he's finally getting up to speed. His game's getting where he probably wants it to be, and it's a good sign for our club. I think he's just he's getting harder on pucks again. He's holding on to him in the right areas of the ice. So that's Brad, and that's typically what we need from him.
So you guys are 4-0-1 before the Christmas break here. 3 days away from the ice. What's the timing of this break for you? Good time, bad time, somewhere in the middle?
I don't know. We'll see tonight. I think that anytime you're on a bit of a roll, you're feeling good about yourselves and you want to keep playing. But having said that, we've also played a lot of hockey. We had that long road trip. We came back home. We had 2 games. I think we're second in the league in games played behind New Jersey. So the timing probably isn't the worst thing for the 3 days. But it's up to us now tonight to get dialed in and get up to speed pretty quick here on the road. Like I said before, against a good home team. They have a very strong record at home.
Is there a particular challenge with getting out of the routine of having to fly in here morning of the game? And I know athletes are sometimes creatures of habit, so this is a little bit a different situation than they're used to.
Yeah, it is. I think that's fair. We do it in the preseason. Obviously, the games aren't as meaningful, but we do it in the preseason. We leave before. So the good thing is today we got to skate in this morning. Guys were able to hopefully find some of their legs here. And then we have the afternoon. It's typical game day routine. They'll go back and get into their routine, lunch, get a little rest, and they'll be ready for the game tonight.
All right, speaking of the game tonight, second time you guys have played Columbus this year. Tell me a little bit about the Blue Jackets scouting report.
Yeah, no, they're like I said, they're a really good team at home. They come out strong. Their starts have been good here at home, so we need to make sure that we're ready to play when the puck drops. They have some good offensive players. Their numbers are good offensively. They can score. Their power play can be dangerous. So again, like for us, it's about the commitment to our game, our checking habits, our puck management. Our line shifts need to be managed well tonight here because we're coming off that 3-day break. We can't extend our shifts, especially in second period. We have to be clean. Like, to me, that's one of the biggest things I want to see tonight is execution in the second period, because if we get hemmed in our zone, it's going to be hard, and we're going to taxi our guys, and it's going to be tough to come out and then create some offense there.
All right, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Okay, thanks.
That's Joe Sacco joining us. Bruins and the Blue Jackets are coming up next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
The home of the Bruins, Patriots, Rams, and Celtics. Boston's home for sports is 98.5 The Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station.
And this one will come to a close. A 3-goal third period for the Bruins. And they win it 4-1 over the Washington Capitals. On Monday night, the Bruins headed into the holiday break on a high note after breaking out during the third period. And interim head coach Joe Sacco likes the way his team has looked overall in the month of December.
Well, it's trending in the right direction. I think that's the biggest thing. And there's been a commitment from our players. There's been a buy-in. And, that's what you see. That's why you see the results lately.
With the break behind them, the Bruins will look to keep things rolling on the first night of their back-to-back against Columbus. It's the Bruins and the Blue Jackets, and it's next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick, and the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Night Train, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. Backhand score, a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque. David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron! And the Bruins win the series!
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we are at Nationwide Arena in Columbus. Bruins and Blue Jackets getting ready to face things off. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Second meeting of the year between these two teams. They'll wrap up the season series tomorrow. What's the biggest key coming out of the break here for the Bruins against a Columbus team that can fill it up?
Well, a couple things, right? Mentally, are you back at it? Are you ready to go again? You had a good run going. You mentioned the 4-0-1. Part of that was on the road. They come back, and then they get the break here. Yeah, I think they want to keep playing, but like Joe Sacco just told you, they have played a lot of games, so not a bad time to get a little bit of a break. Now, how do you adjust? How do you come out of it against a really good team on home ice? You can't just look at the standing and say, wow, it's Columbus Blue Jackets. Look how far they are down in the standings. Their home record's excellent. They can't win on the road. At least they beat the Bruins earlier this season, but that's where they've really struggled this year. They're a team that'll come at you. They're fast, and if you let them go offensively, they're going to hurt you because they can put the puck in the net.
And the Bruins have been really good defensively of late in their last 2 wins, 2 goals against total.
Yeah, but the Bruins are in a different place than where they were when they played Columbus last time, and Columbus took it to them in that game. They didn't even have Kent Johnson in that game. He's one of the good young players that they have. But the Bruins, they buckled down. They got back to some of that team defense that they talked about, being a lot more stingy to play against. And the dividends have paid off for them up until this point. Now it needs to continue against a really good stiff test here today.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. The cannon gets me for the first time tonight. We'll be back with the opening face-off next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
The Bruins and the Columbus Blue Jackets getting ready to meet for the second time this year. And as we get ready for the opening face-off, we take you down to ice level and the introduction of tonight's military honoree, David Knight, Lieutenant Colonel from the United States Army Reserves, and the national anthem to be performed by Leo Welsh.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Getting set for the opening face-off between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Bruins. We'll take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets is Elvis Merzlikins. On defense, the pairing of Ivan Provorov and Denton Matejchuk. And up front, Kent Johnson, Cole Sillinger, and Matthew Olivier. For the Bruins, Jonas Korpisalo will start in goal. Nikita Zadorov and Charlie McAvoy, your defensemen. And up front, Brad Marchand, Charlie Coyle, centered by Elias Lindholm. Starting lineup is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Now through the end of the year, all DraftKings customers will get a special daily promo every single day. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SPORTSHUB to take advantage. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
And the first 5 minutes of tonight's game are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Julia May of Needham, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Julia wins a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. We get it underway here in Columbus. Bruins will go from right to left on offense here in the first period. Puck gets dumped in around behind Jonas Korpisalo. He hands it off, and they move it out of the zone courtesy of Charlie McAvoy. Puck is gathered into the neutral zone by Olivier. Sillinger hands it off inside of his own zone. Matejchuk played it toward the far wall. Got tangled up in front of the Bruins bench and forced back into the Columbus zone by Coyle. Here's Olivier now from the right wing side. Will play it down into the near corner. Swept out from behind the Bruins net by Lohrei. On the far boards, a takeaway for David Pastrnak. He'll lead the Bruins ahead. On the left wing side, Marchand back in front for Pastrnak. Hit him in the skate. Kick just wide of the net.
Well, Marchand had Lohrei coming late. There was a fourth guy up on that rush. It was 4-on-2. He decided to try to force that one in there to David Pastrnak.
Puck jumped away from Pastrnak here in the neutral ice. Lohrai's got it on his stick back inside his own blue line. Peak pass on to Zacha near side and trying to spring Pastrnak down the left wing circle just out of his reach. Zacha able to get to it along the near boards and wrap it around the far side. Peak pinching into the corner against Voronkov. Puck came to the front of the net. Knocked away there by Merzlikins. Tapped up into the air. Comes bouncing down along the near wall and is controlled by Marchenko for the Blue Jackets. Voronkov coming through the neutral ice. Pass off to the left side. Got through Fantilli. He chases it into the left wing corner. Comes through the slot. Reaching for it Osterley, but tapped into the corner by Van Riemsdyk and out in front for Fantilli, but couldn't get into shooting position. Frederick will come back through the neutral zone. Gets ridden to the boards along the far side by Zach Aston Reese. Werenski deep in his own zone. Takes a hit from Oliver Wahlstrom. Puck moved out through neutral ice as it's Aston Reese dropping it along the right side for Fantilli. Spun it in behind the net, trying to center for Van Riemsdyk. That was blocked. A centering pass, and Fantilli fanned on a one-timer.
Yeah, they lost Fantilli there in coverage. He was open just above the hash marks, right in the middle.
Severson back in his own zone here for Columbus. Just over 2 minutes into this first period. Puck directed deep into the Bruins zone. Played away from the front of the net by Korpisalo. It'll come in behind onto the stick of Pudia. Shot from the far point. Kicked aside by Korpisalo. Played around toward the near boards. And a chance to clear here for Beecher does. In the neutral ice, Kastelik got spun away from it. Brought back in across the line here, Marchenko. Pivots toward the near boards against Kastelik. Played toward the corner, taken away, and Zadorov gets it out to the red line. Kastelik couldn't push it past Provorov. They continue to battle for possession, and now Pudio will get it back into the Bruins zone. McAvoy first to it in the near corner. Reversed along the near wall. Beecher will carry to the blue line, but not just barely out before it's kicked back in by Kent Johnson. Bruins getting some changes on here as Zadorov played it ahead for Marchand. On to Coyle near side. Marchand got tangled up with Provorov. Both guys ended up on the ice, and Marchand's laying offside as the Bruins brought it into the zone.
Marchand tried to receive that hard pass on the backhand there. It just kind of bounced off of his stick, and then a little collision right at the blue line. He was trying to stay onside on that play. For Marchand coming into this game, and Marchand just went down. He actually took Provorov down with him. He kind of lost his balance at the offensive blue line. 10-game point streak for Brad Marchand. Oldest player in franchise history with a 10-game point streak.
And it's seven goals and 6 assists over that 10-game span for him.
Almost had another one there first shift.
Got a face-off just outside the Columbus blue line. Zacha takes the draw. Pastrnak and Geekie on this line with him once again tonight as the puck gets dumped in deep. Dante Fabro goes behind the net for Columbus. Lobbed out into the neutral zone by Marchenko. Came bouncing down into the Bruins zone. Shot toward the side of the net. Making sure he was pinned against that far post was Korpisalo. Now Fabro from the near point with a drive. That one knocked down in front. Blue Jackets control the rebound. Fabro fired one across ice. It was taken away as Werenski had to get away from him. And then Pastrnak nearly went the other way in a hurry. Instead, now Geekie able to win one back inside the Columbus zone. Zacha comes over to help him out, and the puck gets volleyed out of the zone over the head of Peak. It'll come back into the Bruins zone, but not far enough for an icing. 4 minutes gone here in the first period. No score. Lohrei, pass on to Marchand. Kicked it along to Coyle, and he'll lift one in down into the near corner. Spun in behind the net by Jack Johnson. Reverse back in toward the back of the net. Fantilli challenged by Coyle. And now Lindholm into that far corner as well. Johnson pushed it up the wall, but Marchand got a piece of it. Came back to Lindholm, tried to hand off for Marchand as he moved toward the slot And it's taken away. James Van Riemsdyk will bring the Blue Jackets ahead. Carlo denies an easy entry, and Marchand headed back the other way. Down the right wing side, centering pass for Coyle. And broken up, coming back was Severson.
Great idea. A little saucer pass there from Marchand from the right side, trying to find Coyle on the one-timer.
Until he played it into the Bruins zone. Carlo right there.
Couldn't tell if that puck hopped on him or if Severson got a piece.
Carlo from the near circle to Zadorov and played deep from the red line. Merzlikins went out to slow it up behind the net. Found a fallen Wallstrom. Puck is lifted up the near boards and swatted out of the zone by Provorov. McAvoy will send it back in Wallstrom's direction. Tipped in toward Merzlikins. He'll steer it around the far boards. And McAvoy just inside the blue line. Couldn't get a hold of it. Brazo regains out in the neutral ice and sends it back into the Bruins zone. And Frederick had to find the handle on it as it got tied up in his skates. Around the far boards, and Koepke looking to chip it out. Instead, it comes to Frederick. Got it to the blue line and now out past Sillinger. Back toward the Bruin line. McAvoy gets to the center circle. Tried to play it deep. Provorov cut that off about halfway into the Columbus zone. 14:15 to go here in the first period. Puck back over to the Bruins. Lorok sends one across ice. Skating onto it was Peak. Spun around, backhands it in around behind Merzlikins. He played it toward the far corner, reversed back around the near side, and all the way out it comes. Kastelik to Peak, and now Koepke redirecting one into the far corner. Bounce toward the side of the net. Merzlikins teed it up from there. Long pass ahead for Zach Aston Reese. Chasing against Lohrei into the Bruins zone. Lohrei got it to Coyle. Peak will play it up the far side, and Elias Lindholm tips it on into the Columbus zone and goes in on the forecheck. 13:36 to go here in the first period. Columbus so far credited with the only 4 shots on goal. Up through the neutral ice. Puck is tipped in. Oh, they've just knocked that back down to 2.
So I'll feel something here on the whistle.
Here's Marchenko along the far side circle. Pivots with it. Deals it back, and a one-timer by Werenski got tipped and ended up getting through into traffic in front. Marchand will come back the other way here for the Bruins. Left it off for McAvoy. McAvoy moving through the slot, and it's picked off from behind by Voronkov.
Voronkov, nice stick lift that time because McAvoy's moving right down the middle.
Zadorov back in his own zone. Plays it away from Monahan. Brought through neutral ice. Zaka got it to Pasternak from the left circle. Shot ramps up off Fabro's stick and out of play. Fast-moving early portion of this game. 12:48 to go here in the first period. No score between the Bruins and Blue Jackets on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Need a brain boost? Try Neuromag Magnesium L-threonate from Life Extension. Magnesium plays an important role in healthy memory and cognitive function. But not all magnesium supplements are easy for your brain to absorb. Neuromag is formulated with an ultra-absorbable form of magnesium, making it a brilliant choice to provide the maximum benefits for your brain health. So, boost your brain performance, memory, and attention with Neuromag today.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online, 98.5thesportshub.com.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Get holiday-ready great offers on the Bronco family or get winter-ready with a Ford F-Series. 12:48 to go here in the first period. No score. Bruins and Blue Jackets. Shots are 2-0 in favor of Columbus. Their scoreboard changes from shots on goal to shot attempts periodically, so I have to pay attention to that. That's what Beersy had to fill me in on. Geeky backhands one in toward the net. Notice you didn't fill me in on that cannon pregame.
No, that
jumped
one
out of my skin.
That one you had to live through at least once. Now you'll be ready for it.
I know they fire that thing off after every goal.
That's a.
Hopefully we won't hear much of it. Here's a chance in front of Korpisalo, a one-timer on a loose puck by Voronkov, but Korpisalo makes the glove save.
Yeah, that's another chance from the slot there. He also had one earlier there from right in between the hash marks where they didn't get a shot on goal, but it was a good opportunity. So, from what I've seen so far, I think the energy there has been there. I think the legs have been there. Maybe not quite the execution to this point. The Bruins have had a couple good looks coming into the zone, and Marchand was involved in at least 2 of them, and they really didn't get anything from them. But
face off here to the right of Korpisalo as Fantilli is asked to leave. Van Riemsdyk will get in there against Kastelik. Bruins control it on the near side. Puck came to Beecher, couldn't get it out. Here's Van Riemsdyk toward the far side. He'll spin it back in behind the Bruins net. Osterley lifts it up the wall, got through Severson that time. Van Riemsdyk will drop it back to Jack Johnson, and back deep into the Bruins zone it goes. Now, under 12 minutes to play here in the first period. Puck comes back through neutral ice. Beecher putting pressure on Van Riemsdyk. Puck jumped up into the air. Kastelik takes a swat at it. Gets it a little deeper into the Columbus zone. Out near the blue line. Forced out by Aston Reese. Beecher will send it back in. Bruins will go for a change. Columbus will do likewise. Johnson back behind his own net. Frederick shadowing him in front. Pass comes across ice for Severson. He was close enough to the red line. They'll get it deep and around behind to the Bruins net. Wahlstrom plays it across ice. Here's Lohrei coming through neutral. Carries it across the line. Back to Wahlstrom for the shot that went up off the glass.
He wanted it. He had that stick up. He wanted that puck. He got the return pass from Lohrei on the give and go. Just missed the net.
Kent Johnson denied an easy entry into the Bruins zone. Frederick will skate back the other way. Frederick down the left wing side. Trying to hand it off for Wahlstrom. Forced into the corner. Round to the far side. Provorov got it to the blue line, but not out. Shot blocked in front. It'll come toward the near side circle. Took a funny hop off the glass. Touched with a high stick. And they'll whistle it down as Frederick plays the puck with 10:44 to go in the first.
Yeah, that's a good rush, right? Wahlstrom starts from his own zone. He's going to go hard cross ice there to Lohrei. They've got 4 men up on the rush this time. And Wahlstrom wants this puck back. He's got the stick up. And Lohrei, as soon as he gets over the blue line, snaps that pass over to the right wing to Wahlstrom. And it's hard to tell if the puck was deflected. No, he just ripped it just wide to the blocker side. But you want to see that shot from him, because he's got a rocket.
Wahlstrom playing in his 4th game since being claimed off waivers from the Islanders. Monahan gets it deep into Bruins territory. He was tossed out of the game on Monday night for an illegal check. Took 5 in a game. It was seconds into the 3rd period. The Bruins were able to kill off that 5-minute power play and did not allow a shot from the Capitals on that man advantage.
Yeah, your takeaways from that game are okay, because Washington came in with the most points in the league, or at least percentage points in the league.
Here's Marchand, a takeaway. Got it across, and a chance for Coyle, and then a rebound that just got away from Lindholm.
The puck is following Marchand around. He's had the opportunities. But you wonder, was it the first look at the Capitals? Did they have their head on looking at the break? Fans don't like this icing call here. I can see why. McAvoy kind of...
Looked like McAvoy might have been able to get there before the goal line.
Slowly went back for that puck, but gets the benefit of the doubt. But was Washington have one eye towards the break already, one foot out the door, or were they just shut down by the Bruins? Find out a little bit more the next time they play them, which is coming up on New Year's Eve.
Right.
Afternoon game.
Face-off controlled by the Blue Jackets, getting tangled up. Geeky and Fabro, and we get a penalty coming up here as Fabro goes down.
It's going to go to Geeky. I thought Fabro might have chicken winged that stick there and had it.
I thought so too, and then they
watch number 39, minor penalty, hooking.
So they're going to get him for hooking. So with 9:47 to go in the first, Columbus will get the first power play of the game when we come back. No score between the Bruins and Blue Jackets on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Can you name every song from 80s pop hits to 90s hip hop? Whatever your favorite music era, show off your music knowledge with Alexa's Ultimate Song Quiz. We'll play a short clip and you guess the song and artist. Just say, Alexa, play Song Quiz to start. Play solo or challenge family and friends with music from any genre or decade. Try it now. Say, Alexa, play Song Quiz. Can you name every song from 80s pop hits to 90s hip hop? Whatever your favorite music era, show off your music knowledge with Alexa's Ultimate Song Quiz. We'll play a short clip and you guess the song and artist. Just say, Alexa, play Song Quiz to start. Play solo or challenge family and friends with music from any genre or decade. Try it now. Say, Alexa, play Song Quiz.
Did you know GoodRx can help you save on medication, manage prescriptions, and get trusted health information? If you're one of the millions living with a heart condition, check GoodRx for an easier, more affordable way to manage your health. GoodRx offers common heart medications for under $30. Just search for your prescription, find the best price, then show your pharmacist the GoodRx coupon. And it works whether you have insurance or not. To start saving and better manage your heart health, download the free app or visit GoodRx.com today. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Columbus Blue Jackets will get a power play here with 9:47 to go in this first period. They have power play goals in 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, we were right when we saw the highlight there. Fabro feels that stick and just clamps right down on it with his arm, but stick was in there.
Over the face-off, shot attempt by Werenski gets blocked in the slot, comes out toward the blue line. Monahan gives away. Zadorov clears. Here's Lindholm with Coyle down the middle, trying to get it to him in the air, and Coyle had it deflect off his stick as he tried to redirect that one.
Sailed on Lindholm because that was about waist high.
Werenski from the near side circle. Columbus moving from left to right. He'll drop it back. Kent Johnson will start it up from there. Bring it through neutral ice. Gives to Marchenko, and now off to the left side. Monahan shot it across the ice into the near corner.
Puck bouncing over 2 sticks that time.
Lifted back down toward the corner by Werenski. Carlo along the end boards against Voronkov. Puck fired back through the slot. Here's Monahan on the left wing circle to Werenski, high slot. Right side for Johnson. Back to Werenski. Up top. The return pass knocked away by Lindholm. And then Zadorov redirects one up off the glass. It'll come around behind the net toward the near side. Lindholm denies the centering pass. Tap from Monahan back to Werenski onto that far side circle. Down deep again for Voronkov. They work it around to Werenski for a one-timer. Save made. Korpisalo. Rebound tipped up over Korpisalo and lands in the net. And a power play goal for Columbus to take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's going to be Monahan. Just this loose puck in front. And Bruins have the same group out there. Minute and 15 seconds in to this power play. Just didn't have the legs to kind of get there. Shot was fought off by Werenski by the glove hand of Korpisalo, but there's a rebound that comes back out in front of him, and Monahan gets the benefit of a nice bounce. Just chopping at this puck with one hand on his stick. And because it was rolling and fluttering, it ends up popping up and over top of Korpisalo on the rebound chance.
12th of the year for Sean Monahan.
800th career game for Monahan. He's been a good pickup for this Columbus Blue Jacket team. And it's unfortunate the penalty geek. It's taken 200 feet from the net, but Fabro helps draw that. So okay, if that's your threshold for penalties, then make sure that it's consistent. That's all.
Bruins get the puck deep into the Columbus zone right off the bat here as Pete gives it to Koepke, and now down toward the end wall for Kastelik. Reversed it around the far side. It'll be cleared by Sean Corrali. Tossed back in there deep again by Kastelik as Merzlikins waits in the trapezoid. Let's Jake Christensen have it. Olivier will move it through neutral ice. Peek right back onto it here for the Bruins. 8 minutes to play in the first period, and Boston trailing by a goal. And the Bruins going to get whistled for an icing here.
Yeah, the PK had done a good job there, right? As soon as Carlo went towards the boards, the D in front has to be ready to activate as well. But I think because they had been out there for so long, stayed in front, Now they've got the possession down by the net. They rotated back up the wall, and now the forwards have kind of
There's a shot blocked.
melted down into the slot, and that gives Werenski the one-timer.
Aston Reese had a backhand shot, never made it to Korpisalo. Puck will come back into the Blue Jacket zone. Long pass from Provorov all the way to the attacking blue line. The Bruins able to deny that. Pasternak played it back into the Columbus zone, but Blue Jackets have possession. Van Riemsdyk redirects the Provorov pass deep behind Korpisalo. He reversed it around toward the near side. Provorov there to keep it deep. Geekie will circle behind the Bruins net. Starts it toward the far circle. Gives it for Osterley. And now back to Geekie coming through neutral ice. He'll send it around the boards toward the far corner. Chopped away from Pasternak by Fabro. And lobbed through neutral ice. And that one will make it for an icing against the Blue Jackets here.
Yeah, from what we've seen so far, especially 5-on-5, I mean, the Bruins have been all around it, right? McAvoy doesn't get a shot away. There was a back check on him. He was in a good shooting position. Marchand tried to cut to the middle in a good shooting position, had the puck just kind of roll off his stick. You had, the 2-on-1. I shouldn't say 2-on-1, but an odd man rush for the Bruins where Marchand tried to force that puck there into Pasternak. Marchand trying to get it to Coyle. He's had his fingerprints all over this first period. Just nothing has really come together for them. Even Lindholm shorthanded with Coyle.
Right.
That pass was about, like I said, thigh high or waist high.
Coyle lunging at the puck to keep it alive. Got it back toward the point. But Peak couldn't get it to the front of the net. Lob back out to neutral ice. He'll glove it down there. Peak sends it off the left side for Coyle. Over to the far side. Here's Lindholm down the face-off circle. Goes in behind the net. A centering pass. Peak was there in front. Well, the puck eluded him. Borai back in the neutral ice. Finds Lindholm, but his pass into the middle is taken away. Marchenko chasing Marchand into the Bruins zone. Puck ricocheted off the leg of Lindholm. Marchand will take it. Started out up ice. Picked off coming through the red line. And lobbed back in with a backhand by Voronkov. And that one goes too far. Goes out of play in behind the Bruins net. 6:23 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Columbus.
Another good example, though, right? Full possession of the puck and coming around the net, looking for a man in front. Goes through everybody. Nobody able to come up with it. Just off a little bit offensively right now.
As you said, 3 days doesn't seem like a lot, but it's 3 days not just without a game, which happens during the course of the season. It's 3 days with no practice or anything. A little different for these guys.
And a lot going on.
Yep. Fabro sends over to the far side. It'll be dumped in here by Werenski. Round the near boards. Kept in. Fabro threw one toward the slot. Pudia was able to redirect that on goal. Korpisalo, good reaction. Pudia now from out near the blue line. Werenski, turnaround shot from the center of the blue line. That one whistles wide. In the near corner, Corrali pushes it back toward Fabro with a point. Werenski out of the blue line far side, challenged by Frederick into the far corner. Wahlstrom had his pocket pick, going behind the net. Pudia comes toward the near side, deals it back to Fabro, and around behind the net. Got through Corrali, but Aston Reese is there. Deals it back to the point, now onto the near side. Fabro with a shot through traffic. That one wide of the short side post. Came back to Pudia for a drive and a stick save by Korpisalo. Corrali out near the blue line. Turns it over to Zadorov. Allow the Bruins to make a change here with 5:20 to go in the period. Zadorov still in the Boston zone with the puck. Long pass tipped by Geekie. Goes around behind Merzlikins, who was waiting for it to get to the trapezoid, and Pasternak came racing in there, nearly got the steal.
From his blind side, right? Didn't realize he was there.
Osterley's there along the near side of the Bruins blue line, and deep it goes once again. Merzlikins will play it back toward the near corner. Pasternak gets some help from Geekie. Pasternak has the puck behind the net. Centering pass, score! Pavel Zacha from the right circle buries it, and we are tied at 1.
Good work by Morgan Geekie here. Physical, down deep, is going to pry this puck free. He's physical in the corner. Hope he gets an assist on this, and then David Pasternak goes to work in behind the net. So good hit by Geekie initially. Pasternak picks up this puck, and he's going to find Pavel Zacha. You got 3 Columbus Blue Jackets kind of puck watching there, and they lose sight and track of where Zacha is. Geekie probably won't get a point on this play, but he makes the hit in the corner. It's going to pry this puck free, and great pass from Pasternak. to Zaka, who's at the base of the right wing circle. He just has to make sure he gets this puck up and over the outstretched glove of Merzlikins, moving right to left.
9th of the season for Zaka. And the Bruins have evened things up. 4:40 to play here in the first. Koepke along the far boards in front of the Columbus bench. Puck come kicking back toward the Bruins zone. Now Osterley from the red line will get it deep. Beecher goes in after it, in behind the Columbus net. Kastelik gets in there as well. Monahan digging for Columbus. Puck popped out free to Koepke. Knocked away from him, and Kastelik had a wide-angle chance. He went right through the crease. He's sent out of the zone by Matejchuk now. Osterley backing up in his own end. Bruins come up ice with Beecher carrying to the Columbus line. Left side for Osterley. Sends one through the top of the crease into the far corner. Lindholm there for the Bruins. Van Riemsdyk able to win it back here for Columbus. Behind the net for Provorov. But a backhand ahead. Didn't get much on it. It's chipped though past Lohrei. Bruins will come right back out of the zone. Marchand fights through a Van Riemsdyk check. Lohrei down the left wing side. Drop pass for Marchand, who whistles one in to the chest of Elvis Merzlikins. He hangs on to it. We've got 3:37 to go here in the first period, and we're tied at 1 in Columbus on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Hey, it's Maz. Are you tired of spending money repairing your heating or AC system year over year? Well, stop the cycle of costly repairs with Rodenhiser Home Services Fix It Forward program. Just show Rodenhiser any past repair bill, and they'll apply up to $550 as a down payment toward a brand new energy-efficient heating or AC system. And the repair bill can be from any HVAC company. Fix It Forward ends December 31st, so visit Rodenhiser.com/fixitforward to schedule a free consultation today. Nice people, great service since 1928.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
3:37 left here in the first period. Bruins and the Blue Jackets are tied at 1. Pavel Zacha's goal assisted by David Pastrnak. Our delivery of the game delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning. Save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Bruins control off a face-off in the attack zone, and Pastrnak looking for McAvoy sneaking in.
Set play. Pastrnak just trying to zip that puck across after the Bruins win another face-off. They've been dominating again in that area.
Marchenko will work it ahead here for Columbus. Deals off to the left wing side, and shot redirected up and over the net. Off the near boards, Fabro played it to Marchenko toward the high slot area. Monahan's shot gets smothered off into the far corner. Werenski lifted one up and over the net. It'll be Pastrnak along the near boards with some space. He'll play it into the middle here for Zacha, backing away from the Columbus blue line, trying to get Pastrnak through a wall of defenders near the line.
Whatever was ailing him last game when he left early, David Pastrnak seems to be okay now.
Olivier tossed off into the corner, and a chance from the far circle by Kent Johnson. Turned aside by Korpisalo. Yeah, Joe Sacco asked about Pasternak's health this morning, just kind of shrugged it off and said, yeah, no problems, he's fine. It was an upper body injury, we were told, that knocked him out of that game. Olivier plays it up and out of the zone. Puck dumped in by Johnson, around to the far corner, and in behind the Bruins net. Here's Sillinger bringing toward the near side face-off circle. Passed it down low. On the wall, Kent Johnson bumped aside by Brazo. Puck came back to Johnson, and he gets it back to the center of the blue line. Fired towards Sillinger, hit him in the leg. Bounced up into the air. Brazo played it in behind the net. Carlo there, far side. But picked off along the wall by Matejchuk. Here's Kent Johnson out near the blue line with a shot off a body in front.
Yeah, those defensemen for Columbus sitting on those rims, and they're going to be aggressive coming down the boards. And they're going to stay in there. They don't always have to come retreat back to the blue line. They're just going to stay in and continue that play.
Provorov back to retrieve here for Columbus as we approach 90 seconds to go in the first. Not sure if you saw the comments from Brad Marchand about how Pasternak looked after that game in his own inimitable style. On the left wing circle, shot blocked up off the back glass here by Korpisalo. Turnaround shot from the near circle by Fantilli. Out of the far corner, Elias Lindholm with 1:10 to go in the period. Puck comes behind the Bruins net. Lohrei pivots away from Aston Reese and now fires up the near boards behind Marchand and goes the length of the ice, but Merzlikins will have to play it as Elias Lindholm was going to be the first man to it. Blue Jackets come back the other direction, and a shot by Fantilli from the left circle is held by Korpisalo. If you missed those comments, you can check them out online, I'm sure. But Marchand had said he happened to see Pasternak in the shower. Looked good to him. Didn't want to share too much after that. 51.3 to go here in the first. Kastelik on the draw here, and he wins it. McAvoy played behind the net for Zadorov. Off the near boards, Geekie tapped it out into the neutral zone. Dumped in by Severson. McAvoy from behind the Bruins net toward the far side. Geekie dumps it in. All the way around it comes toward the near side. Tipped up into the air. Zadorov diving to knock that away from Corrali, but it'll go down into the Bruins zone, and a chance here right out in front. And a beauty of a save made on Pudia by Korpisalo. Bruins will get whistled for touching the puck with a high stick here.
Yeah, things kind of got jumbled there right at the blue line, and Zadorov had that puck break through him, and then McAvoy comes over, but as Zadorov dives and actually knocks it away from McAvoy, he's trying to knock it away from the Columbus Blue Jacket player. And a really good setup as everybody coming down the ice. That's Monahan with the pass late. Pudia gets a good opportunity. Korpisalo out past the blue paint to make that save, and then Geekie picking it out of the air to knock it out of midair, out of harm's way, but high stick.
19 seconds to go in the period. Bruins control the face-off. Osterley will play it off the boards and out. Fabro going to dump it back in with 11 to go in the period. Carlo wraps it back in behind the net. Osterley spins it toward the near side circle. Marchand will play it out into the neutral ice. Puck controlled by Fabro, and the horn will sound to end the first period. So Sean Monahan with a power play goal to give the Blue Jackets the lead at 11:29 of the first, and then Pavel Zacha with his 9th of the year at even strength ties it up. That's where we are after 20 minutes. We'll be back with more here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Oh, and just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success.
I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
Black Friday is here, and so is the biggest deal of the year at Assault Fitness. Right now, get up to $500 off top-rated cardio gear like manual treadmills, air bikes, and rowers. But that's not all. When you buy a treadmill, you'll get 50% off the Assault Rower Pro. Upgrade your home gym today and grab this exclusive Black Friday deal. Free shipping and financing available. Go to assaultfitness.com before it's gone.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Columbus are tied at 1 after 1 here at the Nationwide Arena in Columbus. Great to have you with us on this Friday night. And during our broadcast over the next few games, we'll be looking back at some of the Bruins' best of 2024 as we count down toward New Year's. And tonight we flash back to that terrific 7-game playoff series between the Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs from this past spring.
2-on-1, Boquist to the line, right side into the right circle. Center's fired, they score! Johnny Beecher in his playoff debut gets the series started. 1-0 Bruins. Slide it out to center ice. Maroon absolutely tattooed. Lilligren right onto the Bruins bench. McAvoy wings it far side to Brusque. Right point, looks, shoots, he scores! Marchand feathers out in front to Brusque, he scores! Jake DeBrusk, 2 goals on the power play. Bruins 4, Leafs nothing.
I think we just won our battles. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes down to 2 teams that are so tight. Now we understand they're going to come with a response and obviously try to split the series.
John Tavares wins the draw. Game 2 is underway. The Bruins read it, but they couldn't complete it. It's fired. They score. Tavares. And the Leafs score their first power play goal of the series. Tavares, his first goal of the series. We're tied at 2. And now here's Matthews. Cuts in. Shoots. He scores. He gets free from the blue line in and gives the Leafs their first lead. And the Boston Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs are tied up at 1 as this series is going to head north of the border for Game 3 on Wednesday night.
It's 1-1. It's a series. We knew all along. I mean, we were so close in the standings all year long, and they improved from Game 1 to Game 2. We didn't improve enough.
Now brought in by Edmondson, right circle, drops. Marner, send it out in front, they score! It's Knives, backdoor. Leafs 1, Bruins nothing. Over the line, left side now, Frederick left circle. Shoots, he scores! Trent Frederick! Why, he got activity along the far side. Beat Elliott Samsonov cleanly with a snapper. Marchand shoots, Samsonov the save, they score! Jake DeBrusk took that rebound and buried it. Samsonov's lost his stick. Marchand shoots, he scores! Brad Marchand! Only Cam Neely has scored more playoff goals than that guy. He makes it 3-2 Bruins. Marchand shoots, he scores! Into the empty net. The captain able to scoop it up. He buries it. his second of the third period, and the Bruins up 4-2 here in Game 3.
We stuck with it all game. It wasn't always pretty. I thought we elevated to another level from where we've been at the first couple games. You know, it was great that it paid off.
Austin Matthews wins the draw. Game 4 is underway. McAvoy, right circle, it's fired. They score! He did it again. The captain, bottom of the right wing circle, drills in a snapper. Brad Marchand, that's his third goal of the series, and he is now the Bruins' all-time leader in Stanley Cup playoff goals. Marchand alone in the slot, shoots, they score! With 41 and a half seconds left, Marchand got Fran an odd man chance, fed it right of the net for David Pastrnak, make it 3-0 Bruins.
We are up in the series, but we definitely don't look at the big picture. We're staying in the moment, taking day by day, just like we did after every single game so far this series.
The Boston Bruins with a brilliant defensive performance here in Game 4. They have pushed the Toronto Maple Leafs to the brink of elimination. Charlie Coyle will step in and take the draw against John Tavares. The Leafs control. Game 5 is underway. And off the draw, Marner's got it up top. McCabe shoots, he scores! McCabe through a crowd, sizzles it by Swayman. And the Leafs open the scoring. They lead it 1-0. Benoit wrapped up with Boquist. Out in front, Frederick shoots, he scores! His third of the playoffs. Bruins 1, Leafs 1. Here's Domi across. Riley shoots. Swayman, what a stop! Right to left, and he holds. Left wing now, Grizzly. Banked it, looking for Maroon. He'll swat it deep with 5. Edmondson to the far corner. Marchand looking for it. We're going to overtime. Up the far side, the Leafs crank it ahead. Here's Tavares. He'll motor his way in. Drops the shoulder. Send it out in front. They score! Matthew Nye able to scoop up a loose puck in the slot. He scores in overtime.
We weren't good enough. Just simple as that. Toronto came out ready to play. We weren't ready to match their desperation.
Pavel Zacha lean in and take the draw at John Tavares. Chris Rooney drops the puck. Tavares wins the faceoff. Game 6 is underway. Nylander watched by Beecher. Nylander shoots. They score! And the Leafs turn it into a goal. And now here's Nylander on a breakaway into the slot. Backhand, he scores! And for the 4th straight time, these two teams in a playoff series are going to require the full limit, 7 games. Your final here in Game 6. Maple Leafs 2 and the Bruins 1.
We're not worrying about, we're not living in the past. We're not living in the future either. We're living in the present. Right now, we're not happy with our game. We're going to get ready for Game 7 start tomorrow.
Out at center ice, Pastrnak bumps it back for Lindholm. He'll navigate to the red line, throws it into the right corner. It's banked out in front. Pastrnak, a backhand. He scores! Did someone ask for some pasta? David Pastrnak wins the series for the Bruins.
That awesome playoff series between the Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs, the subject of some of our Bruins best of 2024. First intermission here in Columbus. It's the Bruins 1 and the Blue Jackets 1. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines coming up next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
I was struggling for the past year and a half, 2 years with trying to lose weight.
I just can't get rid of the stubborn weight in my legs and in my belly.
While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
There's nothing more frustrating than knowing that you're eating well, but it's not working.
Hormone imbalances were preventing these women from losing weight. Now there's a comprehensive plan to help.
With Belvital, I just noticed changes immediately. That stubborn scale finally moved. In this first week, I lost 5 pounds.
Just after 1 week, I'm down 6 pounds. and all of my bloating is gone.
I just finished the Belvital program. I have lost 15 pounds and I have never felt better.
I've noticed inches just shed every week that I go through.
I've lost 13 pounds and 16 inches from all around my body.
I feel like an entirely different person.
I don't know if I've ever felt this good. Get hormone health for women at belvital.com. This will change everything.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
Looking around the league tonight, after one in Buffalo, Sabres up 4-0 on the Blackhawks. Meanwhile, in Detroit, Maple Leafs a 3-0 lead over the Red Wings after one 2 goals for Mitch Marner. Devils up 2-1 on the Hurricanes after one goal for Nico Hischier, his 18th of the season. 2 games set to get underway this hour, 2 of them later on. Celtics playing the Pacers in an Eastern Conference Finals rematch this evening. They lead 21-13 in the first quarter. No Drew Holiday, no Kristaps Porzingis in this one for Boston. MLB free agency, Teoscar Hernandez reportedly headed back to the Dodgers on a 3-year, $66 million pact. College bowl games, Navy beat Oklahoma in the Armed Forces Bowl 21-20. Vanderbilt a lead over Georgia Tech in the 4th of the Birmingham Bowl, but they're on a weather delay. Arkansas all over Texas Tech in the Liberty Bowl 21-3 in the first quarter. A couple games later on. The NFL, the Patriots kick off a trio of Saturday games, hosting the Chargers at 1 in Foxborough tomorrow. And a sad note, longtime voice of the NFL, Greg Gumbel, has passed away. Tomorrow night, the Bruins are back at TD Garden in a back-to-back matchup against the Blue Jackets at 7 p.m. Select tickets still available to purchase. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seat. I'm Sean Silver, Ryan Johnson, Bob Beers. We call the second period coming up on the 98.5 Sports Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local.
Por fin llegó la temporada del año más esperada, la temporada de salsa barbecue, pepinillos crujientes y cebolla, la que por más que quisieras que durara mucho tiempo, solo está por tiempo limitado. Así es, llegó la temporada del McRib, solo McDonald's participantes por tiempo limitado.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Deck your home with Blinds.com. DIY or let us install. Free design consultation. Plus free samples and free shipping.
Ho, ho, whoa! The holidays aren't over.
Celebrate big savings at Blinds.com's biggest year-end blowout. They invented a better way to buy custom window treatments 100% online with upfront pricing, no showroom markups, or misleading quotes from pushy salespeople.
Go right now to Blinds.com. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Satisfaction guaranteed. Hurry to Blinds.com's biggest year-end blowout. Save up to 45% on select styles, plus a free professional measure. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 Sports Hub. The Beasley Media Group station.
Bruins and Blue Jackets are tied at 1 after one period. We are joined downstairs by a former Blue Jacket making his return here to Columbus, Andrew Peak. Andrew, what's it been like for you to be back here in a place where you called home for so long?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. A lot of good memories here. A lot of time spent here. That's where I first started. So obviously a lot of good memories and a lot of good friends. It's exciting being on the Bruins now, though.
Well, that first period, you guys fall behind, able to come back and tie it. What are some of the challenges that the Blue Jackets put in front of you guys defensively?
They transition quickly. Their forwards getting behind us, they transition, and they throw everything to the net, whether it's from the points or it's behind the net. So they make you have to be on your toes, and, you got to block shots and have a good coverage. So we just got to stay above them and eliminate those chances.
We talked a little bit during the first period about the difficulties of you guys coming back off a 3-day rest. Obviously, Columbus is going through the same thing. Is that first period a little different than normal?
I guess anytime you have 3 days off the ice, it's going to be a little different. But, no, we skated this morning. We're all good. They did the same thing over there. So now that the first period's over, hopefully we can ramp things up here.
All right, appreciate the time. Good luck in the second.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thanks to Andrew Peak. He's brought to us by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston, Nationwide Arena in Columbus. We head into the second period in a tie game.
Yeah, some work to do. I think overall, a little bit in that offensive zone, and then certainly defensively, which we know Columbus is going to generate some decent scoring chances. A lot of shot attempts that period. They're helped by the power play, but I think that there's definitely some room for improvement there on the Bruins side of things.
Shot attempts were 28-12 in favor of Columbus in that first period. Here's Peak in front of the Bruins net, denying a pass intended for Monahan. Puck brought toward the near side circle. Coyle tipped it to the blue line, but not out. Matejchuk played it over to Marchenko, coming down the right circle with a shot, and a blocker stopped by Korpisalo. Marchand scoops up the long rebound, plays it back into the Columbus zone, heads off as part of an early change here in the second. Provorov chased back behind the Columbus net by Geekie. Bruins attacking down to our right here in the second period. Provorov taking his time behind the net. Now we'll throw a pass up the middle of the ice, picked off by McAvoy at center ice. Off to the left side, missed Pasternak. And Kent Johnson steers it back down toward Korpisalo, who promptly plays it out to the blue line for Geekie. From the red line, he dumps it in. Past Merzlikins in behind the net. Pasternak had it taken away on the far boards by Fabro. Bangs it off the near glass and out. Zaka couldn't find it in the neutral ice. Sillinger played it into the Bruins zone. Zadorov will come get it from Korpisalo. Pass up the middle from Pasternak to Geekie. Geekie trying to stick handle through Werenski. They battle for possession along the near side, just inside the Columbus blue line. Fabro will play it back out of the zone, and now Sillinger sends it softly into Boston territory. Blue Jackets will change up, minute 45 into the period. Frederick gets a headman pass from Carlo. Carries into the Columbus zone, down the right wing side. Pulls up along the hash mark, steals it back to Carlo for a one-timer. Kick save by Merzlikins.
That's a good shot with some bodies in front of the net that time as well. I think Brazo was there.
Up shot out of the zone off of Fantilli. Turned back over to the Bruins. Osterley near side to Wallstrom. Redirected in around behind the net. Brazo first man to it. Backhands it out toward the near side circle and then turns around and fires a shot. Fantilli took away.
It was more of a pass there, maybe looking back door.
Played into the middle of the ice. Brought through neutral ice by Fantilli. He'll send it around behind the net. Comes and gets it on a pass back toward him by Jack Johnson on the near side boards. It'll be played in from the blue line by Severson. Osterley takes a heavy hit from Olivier, but moves the puck. Kastelik will take it up through neutral ice. Try to swing it right side for Koepke, and Kastelik winds up just offside on the play.
Put himself offside, right? Tried that backhand pass over to the right wing here and put himself off.
2:46 gone here in the second period in a 1-1 game. As I mentioned, the shot attempts in that first period were 28-12 Columbus. They put 12-5 shots on goal.
Yeah, they had added to that number. The shot attempts, I mean.
Wish everybody would get on the same page on these things.
Yeah.
Puck volleyed back through neutral ice. Lohrei knocks it out of the air, and now he's got to deal with Olivier as they battle their way into the far corner. Olivier got position on him briefly, but then Peak took away. Corrali forced it back around to that far side.
Yeah.
Lohrei moves it up ice.
Blue Jackets dealing with some injuries as well, going with 11 forwards, 7 defensemen. A couple of call-ups just before this game.
Kastelik on the near boards. Got it to Peak for a one-timer. Save made by Merzlikins. He thought he had it, and he didn't, but the Blue Jackets clear it away.
There's a rebound. Nobody there for the Bruins, though.
Lohrei played it into the neutral ice. Marchand to Coyle. Lops it down into the right wing corner. Gets in on the forecheck. Coyle sweeps it around behind the net. Zadorov pinching down into the corner, trying to get it into the middle, but didn't get much on it. Marchenko able to play it back through the neutral ice, and Corrali redirects one in around behind Korpisalo. McAvoy angles a pass ahead to Marchand, sends it across ice. Here's Coyle, just onside was Lindholm, tried to drop it off. McAvoy overskated, and it's a breakaway the other way. Kent Johnson moving right in, save Korpisalo. Korpisalo's stick ended up in the near corner. He'll stray out and go get it as the Bruins head back the other way. And then we get a penalty coming here against Columbus as the puck was chopped away from Marchand, and a slashing call coming up. Bruins will go to the power play.
See, another good example there, right, of just not being quite on that same page. Coyle tries to drop that puck to McAvoy. Everybody coming forward there. And Kent Johnson was just coming on the ice on a line change, and he goes right back the other way on the breakaway. Nice save by Korpisalo. Johnson, left-hand shot coming in. He's being bothered a little bit on the back check. He tried to bring the puck from backhand to forehand, and Zadorov was coming back on him. Didn't take a penalty. Now the Bruins will go on the power play. Just a little off in the execution right now.
And the Bruins are going to start out with most of what would normally be their second power play unit here. They've got Coyle, Geekie, Brazo, Lohrei, and Pasternak joining. Off of the face-off, puck is swatted all the way down ice by Aston Reese. Lohrei comes back to get it from Korpisalo. Plays it up into the neutral zone to Coyle. Coyle to the Columbus line, able to fight through some traffic, get it down deep. Now off the near boards, it's shot all the way down ice by Monahan. Korpisalo hands off to Lohrei again. Bruins moving from left to right. Coyle from the red line will play it down into the left wing corner. Pasternak goes to get it in that far corner. Coyle was there as well. Came back into the middle here for Lohrei for a shot. Save made with Brazo right in front. Merzlikins trying to get it covered, and he does inside the crease.
Yeah, he had to find that through a maze of sticks and bodies down in front of the net. That's a good setup once the Bruins got into the zone. Keep in there by Lohrei out at the point. And he's got his eyes up. He's got the option to come over to the right wing elbow to make that pass there. Instead, he's got a lane to the net, so he's going to take that shot. It's a wrist shot that comes in with both Coyle and Brazo banging away at it.
So now the other power play unit comes out. Zacha, Lindholm, Marchand, Pasternak, and McAvoy. And off the face-off, Zacha gets it back to McAvoy, stepping in from the blue line to the right side here for Marchand. Marchand deals it back up top to McAvoy. Back to Marchand, right hash marks. Back to McAvoy, fake to one-timer. Sends over to Pasternak, left wing circle.
Stick over there.
McAvoy over to Pasternak for a one-timer, and Merzlikins sliding to his right, made the save. Yeah, Monahan is without a stick right now. Trying to dig it out of the corner is Zaka. Played off the wall by Lindholm. Back to McAvoy. McAvoy shoved by the stickless Monahan. Able to turn away from him. Works his way down the wall. Sends around behind the net. Zaka deals it to Marchand. Back to Pasternak. Out near the center of the blue line. Works his way down toward the high slot. Tried to pass it left for McAvoy. Didn't connect, but the Bruins keep it alive. Pasternak with a shot. Save made Merzlikins. Rebound to the near side corner. Zaka's got it on his stick. Dan doesn't connect with Lindholm, and that allows Pudia to send it all the way down ice. 20 to go on the power play. Also allowed Monahan to get to the bench as Provorov denies an entry, and back down to the Bruins zone it goes. 10 to go on the power play. McAvoy skates it into neutral ice. Backhands it backward for Zaka. He'll bring it up toward the Columbus line. Hands off for Pasternak. Taken off his stick by Provorov. Olivier will head back the other way, just out of the box. A shot by Marchenko. Turned aside by Korpisalo. Out of the far corner comes Olivier. Centering pass off Marchenko's skate into the far corner. He tried to get it to Olivier and one-timed it wide. Provorov to the back of the net, all the way around to the far side. Marchand couldn't tip it past Jack Johnson. And now Marchenko to the top of the circle with a shot.
Some tired bodies out there for the Bruins right now.
Provorov into the left wing corner. 13:15 to go here in the period. Teams at full strength, and the time, or the score is 1-1. So the puck is pushed out of the zone here by Marchand. Bruins will try to hustle some changes on, and they better go. Here's a floater into the attack zone for Fantilli. He scores. Bruins were trying to get the line changed. They didn't get it quickly enough, and the Blue Jackets take a 2-1 lead.
No, you're stuck inside your own zone. You had guys that are still out there from the power play. Pasternak was out there for the entire power play, a full 2 minutes, and then another minute after the power play had expired. You had 4 Bruins go to the bench at the same time, and Columbus off of their bench. It's Fantilli who comes off the bench. They get a quick up. Carlo's the only guy back. And Fantilli had come from the bench. He didn't see him. You got 4 guys coming from the bench trying to get back to help out, and nobody's there. And Fantilli, you had Johnson with another opportunity early on the breakaway. Now you get Fantilli. Fantilli's able to finish. Bad line change.
That's his 7th goal of the year for Adam Fantilli. Second year out of Michigan. Zadorov will wrap it around the far side. Tapped out into neutral ice here by Brazo. For Fantilli, that's just his 2nd point in the last 11 games.
So somebody has to stay to discourage that pass, even if it's just token pressure to discourage the pass up to this strong side. Fantilli comes from the bench, but whoever's on that right side needs to stay there.
Frederick trying to gather it into the Columbus zone. They're going to be whistled offside here. So 12:21 remains in the second, and Columbus is back in front for the second time tonight. 2-1 the score here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Fans, show your support for first responder and military charities at the 2025 Bee Fit Challenge, powered by National Grid. Fans of all fitness levels encouraged to walk or run on February 2nd at TD Garden. Register for this one-of-a-kind event. Just head to bostonbruins.com/B Fit Challenge. 12:21 to go, second period. Columbus back on top, 2-1 the score. Adam Fantilli from Dmitry Voronkov and Ivan Provorov It's 7 minutes of this second period. Bruins deep in their own zone. Puck will come around the near boards, and Lorai sends one through the neutral ice, and Koepke reached for it but couldn't get a stick on it, so that's going to be an icing. And the faceoff will come back into Boston territory.
Yeah, you had 3 players that were out there for over 2 minutes, and then plus David Pastrnak, who was out there for almost 3 minutes straight.
Face-off win here by to Marchenko. It's Fabro getting it along the blue line, trying to deal it down the left wing circle for Werenski.
Well, he's been a nice find, has he not, Fabro?
Has been. As there's a drive by Fabro, save made. Werenski get it back across, and they score. It's Sean Monahan with his second of the night, and it's 3-1 Columbus.
Yeah. Possession here. Fabro's going to get the one-timer right from the middle of the ice out near the blue line. It's going to be kicked out by Korpisalo. So Columbus on attack mode right now. Korpisalo makes the initial save, and it's Werenski coming down from the left point who's going to pick up the rebound. And instead of firing it right back at Korpisalo, he goes back through the seam. Doesn't even get all of it, but he gets it through the seam to a wide-open Monahan off to the left of Korpisalo in the right wing circle. Wide-open net.
So Monahan, 2 goals on the night, 13 for the season. And Columbus has opened up a 2-goal lead. Puck off the far boards, picked off by McAvoy, and he had Marchand on that left side, but overshot him, and that turns into an icing here against the Bruins.
Yeah, they've had a couple defensive breakdowns in this game, and we've already documented the breakdowns entering the zone or in the offensive zone where there are plays there to be made, right? And it's not happening for them.
Getting back to what you mentioned about Fabro, he picks up an assist on that goal. He was claimed off waivers from Nashville back in November.
And Nashville was looking to shake things up, and a team that was expected to do big things in the West. They had just a horrific start.
Yeah.
Trying to dig themselves out of it now, but
here's Werenski getting in behind the defense, moves in, save made Korpisalo, but a penalty coming up. As Elias Lindholm gets into it with Sillinger after the whistle for that penalty, gathers in everyone in the Columbus zone.
Bruins need to dust themselves off right now because Columbus is feeling it, and that's just jumping right up into the play. That pass over to the left wing to Werenski, who jumps up into the play. The Bruins get beat. The defense in the middle of the ice, and Werenski just goes right in. It's going to be a penalty slash to McAvoy.
Number 73, minor penalty slashing.
So Columbus, who's already got a power play goal tonight, will go back to the man advantage here with a 2-goal lead. .11:08 left here in the second. 3-1 the score. Korpisalo making a nice stop to keep it a 2-goal game.
I mean, if you want to call that a breakaway, partial anyhow, right? But he's had 2 other breakaways in this period alone.
Face off. Carlo's stick broke. Marchenko misplayed. Carlo diving to try to knock that out with his glove. Couldn't. In the far corner, Zadorov looking to tie it up.
Now Lindholm gave him his stick.
So Lindholm stick whistle on the near side as the puck comes over here to Marchenko. Brings it out toward the blue line. Gave it up, got it right back. Marchenko moving toward the far side of the ice. Plays it down to Kent Johnson coming out of the right wing corner all the way out to the blue line. Deals it back to Marchenko. Back up top here for Johnson. Werenski top of the left circle. Takes the shot. Blocked by Carlo. Using Lindholm's stick. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Kastelik diving for it. Couldn't get it. Johnson back to the left wing circle. A centering pass. Hit Monahan in the leg. Werenski keeps alive. Johnson's got it back again. Johnson challenged by Lindholm, who blocked a pass. Now down low. A chance. Backhand score. Voronkov was looking past first and then just took the shot. And deposits it behind Korpisalo to make it 4-1.
Yeah, 2 power play goals against them here today. Now, did Carlo have his stick chopped? Yeah, had his stick chopped right off the face-off. No penalty.
That's a penalty.
Yeah.
We talk about that all the time. When the stick breaks on a slash like that, that's a penalty. And Carlos talking to the referee right now about exactly that.
It should always be. It's always called. If it's seen, it's called, and that's right where the puck is. I don't know how it's not seen. But a beautiful finish here by Voronkov. Johnson had a couple chances to shoot, but he likes to attack the box and then make a pass across. This time he just goes down low to Voronkov, and it's a 2-on-1 in front of the net. And it's a pretty nice finish there by Voronkov on the backhand up top, short side.
It's 3 goals in his last 2 games for Voronkov. As the Blue Jackets come right back in on the attack. Olivier has it knocked off his stick by Lohrei. Bruins looking to clear the zone. Will, as Peak gets the pass from Geekie, brings on into the attack zone, gives to Pasternak, back over to Geekie, had to kick it to his stick, and the shot went up and over the net as Olivier had gone sliding into the crease into his goaltender. That'll bring us to a stoppage in play here with 9:44 to go in the second period. Columbus with 3 unanswered goals now has a 4-1 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
9:44 left here in the second. Columbus 4 and the Bruins 1. More discussion between Bruins captains and referee Brian Pukmara during the timeout there. Obviously talking about the slash that was not called.
Say you didn't see it. I mean, anytime a stick breaks on a play like that, it's called a penalty. If the force wasn't hard enough, well, we've seen a lot less than that be called.
See guys drop sticks and get that call.
Exactly, without breaking them.
Right. Monahan swings it around line the Columbus net here for Werenski.
If you didn't see it, that's one thing. Just say you didn't see it and move on. But it's a minute and a half explanation of why they didn't call the penalty.
Peek up the right side here for Geekie. Pass into the middle for Lohrei. Sends it off left side here for Pasternak. Sends one into the middle, but picked off by Werenski in front of his goaltender. On the far boards, Marchenko will swing it back across ice, and here's Fabro through neutral.
Well, we've said that Columbus can score, and they can score in bunches, and they put 3 up in a hurry here against the Bruins in this period.
11 times this year they have scored 5 or more goals in 35 games. Nearly a third of their games this season. As Lohrei takes one away inside the Bruins zone, sends off the far boards. It'll come back through neutral ice toward the near side. Pudia put to the wall by Peak. In the near corner, Lori plays it up the boards. Wallstrom helped it forward. Brazo and Frederick coming ahead. Brazo's offside, and they whistle it down. Of those 11 games, 4 times they've scored 5, 6 times they've scored 6, and they've got 1 7-goal outing this year as well.
Oh, they can put them up. I mean, that's the last time they played the Bruins, they had 5. 2 shorthanded.
Right. They've done a lot of their damage this year 5-on-5. They are the 3rd highest scoring team in 5-on-5 goals in the league. Came into the night just 1 goal behind Vegas and Washington. We've got 2 5-on-5 tonight, 2 power play goals. Bruins get the puck deep. Knocked away from Matejchuk around the far boards. Olivier trying to get it through a pinching Zadorov, and now out into the neutral ice it comes. Marchand near the red line trying to play it back in, but that's directed into the Bruins bench.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you, and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
So 8:08 left here in the second period. Bruins down 3. Things certainly have not gone their way, but of late, third periods have been a good thing for the Bruins. So see if they can chip away at this, get it back into a more manageable spot. Carlo angles one off the boards to Kastelik, moved it forward. Severson right there for the Blue Jackets. Carlo directed it back toward Kastelik and bounces one in wide of Merzlikins. She shoots it around the near boards. Kastelik in the corner. It'll come around the far side. Severson there again. He'll loft it out. Bounces through Osterley. Inside the Bruins zone. Carlo played it toward the near wall. Aston Reese couldn't keep it in. And Riemsdyk and Koepke battling for possession. And now Aston Reese will get it back around the Bruins net to the far side. Beecher to Osterley. In behind for Carlo. Near side. Pushed out of the zone by Koepke. And from the red line, he plays it into the Columbus zone, but sent right back out by Fantilli. Aston Reese just inside the Bruins line. And around to the far boards it goes, but right to David Pastrnak. Costa will lead the Bruins out, going from left to right here in the second period. Down the right wing side he comes, all the way in behind the Columbus net. Takes it to the far side, hash marks, trying to deal it back for Zadorov, but taken away.
Zacha looked like he had a step going back door to the net there, the far post.
Zadorov stumbled in his own zone, and now a chance in front as they tried to get it to Voronkov. Taken away, and McAvoy goes back the other direction, but his pass knocked away at the blue line.
Marchenko passed up a good opportunity to try to get that pass over to Voronkov.
Puck held in the zone. Here's Werenski moving to the top of the face-off circle, hit the post.
Every time he gets the puck in the offensive zone, he's dangerous.
He's already got 2 assists tonight. Put him ahead of a point per game pace for the year. That puck redirected into the far corner. Zadorov, Zacha both there. Leaping over the puck, Marchenko, as he was going off for a line change. Werenski laid it down into the near circle for Karalia. Centering pass for Pudia. Taken away. McAvoy off the far boards finds Pastrnak. He'll play it into the Columbus zone. Head off on a change. 6 minutes even to go here in the second. 4-1 Columbus. Aston Reese gets through Frederick. Gains the attack zone. Throws one to the net. Rebound came to Frederick. He'll play it up ice for Wallstrom. Wallstrom run off it by Matejchuk. Around the far side, Lori had it for a moment, but then cleared out to the blue line. Frederick throws it back toward the slot, but that's picked off, and Provorov deals over to Pudia near side. Deep into the Bruin zone it goes, and Columbus goes for a change. Long pass intended for Wallstrom. Knocked aside by Johnson. Peak settling one back at his own blue line. And an errant pass through neutral ice, going to be whistled an icing.
You know, you roll the dice a little bit. And going back to the power play that the Bruins had, Pastrnak had been on the bench when the power play occurred, right? So put him out there with the second unit.
Right.
And he's going to stay the whole power play. But then you get stuck inside your own zone. It's not necessarily on him, but I mean, you had a couple guys out there over 2 minutes. He was closer to 3. And that's that I mean, Joe Sacco talked about that. And we talk about it all the time. Is just the second period when you can't get off the ice on the line change. Those guys were sucking wind, and then you make the bad line change, right?
Yeah. Here's Lindholm just inside the blue line, trying to get it onto his stick. Instead, Blue Jackets head the other way in a hurry. Johnson drops one off. Matejchuk sent one across to the far side, and Sillinger trying to set up a one-timer, had it blocked. It'll be cleared back into the Columbus zone here by Marchand. Provorov spun it toward the near wall. Johnson had it taken away. Koepke over to Osterley, but knocked away from him by Olivier. In the neutral ice, it'll be Sillinger to dump into the Bruins zone. And a collision with Koepke. The two of them get tangled up in front of the penalty boxes. Both guys get up and they separate. Arlo a dump in on goal. Merzlikins hangs on to it, draws a whistle with 4:18 to go.
Usually they go to break here because that puck came from. Oh, they are going to go to break.
So,
well,
got all kinds of hand signals going on here.
I wouldn't go yet.
Shouldn't be,
okay,
right?
I guess so.
They were not supposed to let them change there, but I guess so. So we'll take a break. 4:18 to go here in the second. 4-1 Columbus leads on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
4:18 left in the second, and Columbus has a 4-1 lead. 3 of those goals have come here in the second period.
Yeah, not only that, though, they've had a couple good looks since then, right? With guys passing up shots for the perfect play. And one was blocked, another one didn't quite get there, got a stick on it. But what I'm trying to say is they're getting these opportunities.
They've had multiple breakaways in the period as well.
Three breakaways.
Here's Koepke down the right wing circle, trying to crash right to the front of the net. That upended, got the shot, but turned away by Merzlikins, and Severson will push it back out of the Columbus zone. Zadorov chased by Marchenko, able to move the puck up ice. Beecher, collision in the neutral ice, ends up back on his stick. Kastelik is without a stick after he got spun to the ice, and he heads off on a change as Bruins come back defensively. Severson sent it over to the near side. Christensen tried to shoot, blocked by Koepke. He's got it on his stick, plays up the middle. Beecher will loft it down into the Columbus zone. Zacha getting after it with Christensen in the far corner. Pasternak digging in there for it as well. Monahan right there. And the Blue Jackets will get it. Christensen brought it behind the net, sent it back towards Severson, picked off the blue line by Lohrei. He works his way down the left wing circle to the front of the net, and had a man laying in front as he tried to get that into a shooting position. Back into the Bruins zone where Peak gives to Lohrei with 3:05 to go. Zacha dumps it down into the right wing corner and in behind the net. Goes and gets it himself. Works it back to Lohrei onto Peak near side. Shot blocked by Van Riemsdyk. Geekie spins it around the far side. Lohrei walks it all on the blue line, takes it back toward that far wall. Now sends in behind the net. Pasternak to the near side circle. Turnaround shot with traffic in front. Merzlikins made the pad save and covered it up as Geekie gets into a shoving battle with Christensen up against the back of the net. Linesman stepping between the two of them.
Hasn't been a lot of sustained attack for the Bruins here in this second period, so that's a pretty good shift right there. And Lohrei makes a lot happen from that point as he tries to drag this puck past an outstretched stick, and stay with it and just barely get a piece of it before Laura can get the shot away. That was Severson.
He had to go around the 6'2" frame of Severson plus his extended stick. Face off in the attack zone here for Elias Lindholm. Wins it back to McAvoy. Onto the right circle for Marchand. Threw it in front. Knocked away right to Coyle. His chance turned aside by Merzlikins. Coyle centering pass came right through the slot and all the way out up the middle. 2:23 to go here in the period. 4-1 Columbus leading. And we get a whistle and an offside here against the Blue Jackets.
Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trade, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Columbus Blue Jackets, Elvis Merzlikins, and for the Bruins, it's Jonas Korpisalo.
Korpisalo has stopped 18 out of 22 shots that he's faced so far. Merzlikins 11 out of 12. McAvoy goes to the back of the Bruins net. That's knocked off his stick, but Zadorov there to play it ahead. Marchand going down toward the Columbus zone. Couldn't catch up with that one. Johnson brings it back ahead for the Blue Jackets and rockets a shot wide of Korpisalo. Back around the near boards. Kent Johnson at the hash marks. A little space. Now closing on him, Lindholm. Still got it into the middle, and McAvoy is going to get called for taking down Olivier in front. Blue Jackets maintain possession, get the extra attacker on the delayed call. They try to give it to Corrali, who was coming on from the bench, and it bounced away from him. Touched up, and the penalty is whistled with 1:34 to go in the period.
There's the pressure from Columbus. They just keep
Boston
coming.
number 73, minor penalty
Olivier
hooking.
gets in a battle and is able to get body position there right in front of the net. They're going to call McAvoy for a hook. Yeah. Olivier was able to kind of reach around McAvoy, protect the puck, try to spin and get that shot away, and McAvoy forced to reach in.
So Columbus 2 for 2 already on the power play tonight. With 1:34 to go here in the second and a 3-goal lead, they'll get another chance. The 2 power play goals tonight. They now have goals in 8 of their last 10, does this power play unit. It's Werenski. Gave it up and gets it right back along the left side of the point. Marchenko and Werenski play some catch. Marchenko now from just outside the face-off dot. Shot blockered up off the glass by Korpisalo. Far side boards, Monahan pushed it back to Werenski at the right point. Kent Johnson out of the right circle. Down low, Voronkov got it back to Johnson. Try to backhand it back in deep. Voronkov moved it to Marchenko. Back up top, Werenski with a drive and a good one. Save made again by Korpisalo. Here's a centering pass looking for Monahan. That one redirected away by Zaka, I believe. On the far side, it'll come back toward Werenski. Sends it across. Marchenko fired in front. Voronkov scores. Korpisalo got the first one, but Voronkov able to knock in his own rebound. It's 5-1.
Yeah, they get the Bruins spread out here, and it's just good puck movement by Columbus. Voronkov's going to have the backdoor goal. Wasn't clean. He had Lohrei kind of covering him there. Lohrei blocks the initial pass, but they're going to rotate this puck up the left wing boards and then look backdoor for Voronkov, who's there, and Lohrei can't tie up the stick. 2 chances at it for Voronkov.
Yeah, he tipped the first one on goal. Korpisalo got a pad on it, but wasn't in position to make the second save. And so, second goal of the game for Voronkov to go along with an assist.
Both on the power play. Bruins
3
now
for
3 power play goals against again. You know, for all the compliments for last game and not giving up a shot on goal against Washington during the 5-minute major, but today.
Osterley gaining the attack zone, throws a shot in on goal. Merzlikins squeezes that. 16.3 to go here in the period. The Bruins, it's been a while. You know, you think back to the early part of the season, you know, they gave up 3 power play goals.
They gave up one recently, though.
Trying to think how
I know you're looking
far
at it,
back
but-
it was. It was the Winnipeg game. Yeah, on December the 10th. 3 goals on 6 chances for the Jets that night. Here is Peak out at the blue line. Marchand to Pasternak with a one-timer blocked. Came back to Peak. 8 to go in the period. Long shot is kicked off into the far corner. It'll come back around to the near side. Peak trying to get it into the middle. Pasternak with an off-balance shot at the buzzer that goes wide. And the Bruins will go to the locker room down 5-1 here to the Columbus Blue Jackets. 4 unanswered goals for Columbus in that period, 2 of them coming on the man advantage. And we'll be back to recap it so far coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
I was struggling for the past year and a half, 2 years with trying to lose weight.
I just can't get rid of the stubborn weight in my legs and in my belly.
While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
There's nothing more frustrating than knowing that you're eating well, but it's not working.
Hormone imbalances were preventing these women from losing weight. Now there's a comprehensive plan to help.
With Belvital, I just noticed changes immediately. That stubborn scale finally moved. In this first week, I lost 5 pounds.
Just after 1 week, I'm down 6 pounds and all of my bloating is gone.
I just finished the Belvital program. I have lost 15 pounds and I have never felt better.
I've noticed inches just shed every week that I go through.
I've lost 13 pounds and 16 inches from all around my body.
I feel like an entirely different person.
I don't know if I've ever felt this good.
Get hormone health for women at belvital.com. This will change everything.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before while you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
What is chronic migraine?
It's 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not approved for adults with migraine who have 14 or fewer headache days a month. Ask your doctor about Botox.
Botox is a prescription medicine injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Talk to your doctor and visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
On the far side, it'll come back toward Werenski. Sends it across. Marchenko fired in front. Voronkov scores. Korpisalo got the first one, but Voronkov able to knock in his own rebound. It's 5-1. And that is our score after 2 periods. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. 5-1, Columbus has the lead. It's a 4-point night so far for Zach Werenski. 2 goals and an assist for Dmitry Voronkov. 2 goals for Sean Monahan tonight. Things really kind of spiraling in that second period for the Bruins defensively.
It happened in a hurry. But you know what? The Columbus Blue Jackets had some chances in the first period as well that didn't quite connect, and now they're just throwing it around and zipping it around, and the Bruins had no answers for them really in that second period inside their own zone. The coverage not where it needed to be. They gave up 3 breakaways in that period. I mean, that tells you just about all of it, but not all of it, because they're doing the same thing when they have possession of the puck in the offensive end. I know 3 of the goals are on the power play today, but they're getting the power plays because they're working inside that offensive end. And, you can, should there have been a penalty when Carl had his stick broken? Maybe. That game's still, it's still really close at that point in time, and all of a sudden they score a power play goal, and you've got no stick and stuck inside your own zone. The line change was a bad line change, but you were out there forever, stuck in your own zone. And, there's only one guy that's still out there, and that's Carlo, or he came out, whatever it was, but he was back, but he's the only guy. And 4 guys go to the bench on a line change. I know that they're exhausted, but at least one has to stay to discourage the pass up the strong side, and nobody stayed, and that ends up in the back of the net. So 3 breakaways, but that was one of them. I count Werenski's as a breakaway. That led to McAvoy's slashing penalty.
Right.
You got Olivier got body position inside the offensive end. That leads to a hooking penalty. Power play, pucks in the back of the net. So for all the credit we gave them the other day for, the 5-minute major and being able to kill that against the Washington Capitals, and rightfully so, they deserved it. Today it's kind of come unraveled a little bit. They've had no true, or very little true execution in the offensive zone at making plays. In fact, one of the breakaways came when they have full possession, rushing up the ice, and it's a miss. I'm not saying communication, but a missed drop pass, right? They try to drop it for McAvoy. He's joining the rush, goes by him. Zadorov had been jumping up as well. All of a sudden, it's a breakaway going back the other way. It just, there's been some head scratchers. There's been some physical kind of mistakes because guys are tired, and it blew up there in that period. I mean, they talked about it before the game. Joe Sacco talked about it before the game, saying we want to get good, quick shifts all night long, so we get back into the rhythm of playing. And people are saying, well, Columbus had the same 3 days off. Yes, they did. Their execution's better right now. And that's on the Bruins. It's been better.
Well, you mentioned it during that second.
It wasn't great early.
Right. You mentioned it during that second period, and I wanted to circle back to it because Joe Sacco, in addition to talking about, quick shifts, he pointedly said in the second period, we need to be smart about our line changes. We need to, make sure we take care of that.
It's always the truth. Yeah. And he's been a little disappointed with some of their line changes recently anyhow. It's not the first time he's referenced it. I referenced it a few days ago, or a few games ago, I should say. And, it doesn't take much. And in the second period especially, because it is a long change, you got a long way to go to the bench. So you got to bust you got to bust it to get there, first of all, so you can get fresh bodies on the ice if you're going to make that change. You can't be coasting to the bench, but you can't have 4 guys going. I think one guy is probably the closest to the right wing side that time, which is the far side from the bench. has to stay and at least try to discourage the pass up that strong side.
Is there anything, I know this is only the second time we've seen them in person this year. Is there anything about these Columbus Blue Jackets? I mean, they beat Bruins 5-1 earlier this year. They're up 5-1 here. Is there anything about them in particular that you feel like the Bruins just struggle to handle here?
Well, I mean, so the last time they played them was they gave up 2 shorthanded goals in that game, and that was Jim Montgomery's last game behind the bench for the Bruins. Yeah. So something was definitely wrong at that point, right? Coming in today, they talk about how they fix things, or most of the time they've been able to fix things. Columbus is capable of beating good teams because they've done it. Yeah. Right after they beat the Bruins, they beat Tampa Bay and they beat Carolina. So they've beaten good teams. I don't think they bring it as consistently as they want to bring it. And this was an opportunity for them to kind of hit the reset button coming into today's game and realize that there's still time left, even though they're further down in the standings, but they're further down when you just look at the teams in front of them, but not when you look at the points, and put together a good run and get right back in this thing.
Well, it's a 5-1 lead for Columbus after 2 periods. Our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Summer favorites Yacht Rock Review return to Leaderbank Pavilion for 2 shows. Catch them on Friday, August 8th and Saturday, August 9th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines coming up next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
Home of the Revs, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, looking around the NHL at this hour, it's the Sabres with a 4-1 lead over the Blackhawks. That one after 2. Maple Leafs all over the Red Wings, 5-0 after 2 there in Detroit. It's the Devils doubling up the Hurricanes through 2, 4-2. Blues also doubling up the Predators through 1 period, 4-2. The Stars with a 1-0 lead over the Wild after 1. A lot of uneven games tonight. Avalanche and Utah later, Golden Knights and Sharks as well. Celtics playing without Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis tonight against the Pacers. No problem there. 78-54 in the third period. Jaylen Brown had 23 first-half points for the C's. He's up to 28 on the game. MLB free agency, Teoscar Hernandez will return to the Dodgers on a 3-year, $66 million deal. The Tigers also picked up Gleyber Torres from the Yankees on a 1-year, $15 million agreement. College bowl games, Navy takes the Armed Forces Bowl. Vanderbilt wins the Birmingham Bowl. Right now, Arkansas with a 24-19 lead over Texas Tech in the Liberty Bowl. Washington State leads Syracuse in the Holiday Bowl, 21-14. Patriots kicking off a trio of Saturday games tomorrow, hosting the Chargers at 1 o'clock in Foxborough. Leave your legacy inside the walls of TD Garden and purchase a Fan Foyer puck package. Each package includes an engraved puck featured on the Fan Foyer puck wall, which is a wall of pucks that highlights a 1924 design located at Boston Bruins Heritage Hall, an immersive and interactive exhibit. Plus, you'll get 2 tickets to enjoy Heritage Hall, 2 tickets to a Bruins game during the 24-25 season. Head to bostonbruins.com/fanfoyer to learn more and purchase a package today while supplies last. With the Bruins trailing 5-1 after 2, we'll go back to Ryan Johnson, Bob Bierce with the call of the third period here on the 98.5 The Sports Bruins Radio Network, driven by the Verstals Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealer.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
I couldn't lose weight. Fatigue, gas, bloating, hot flashes.
These women got life-changing symptom relief from Belvital, the comprehensive hormone health solution from Body. While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent Body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
The combination of the fitness, the food, the breathing exercises, the supplements, it's just the magic that I was missing.
My workouts have never been better.
I love the combination of the Pilates with lifting.
My body literally feels like it got younger.
This nutrition program has taught me what my body truly needs.
I'm less bloated. I have less inflammation.
Now I'm equipped with how to manage the stress.
It's helping me sleep so much better.
Within a week or two of taking these supplements, I physically felt a difference.
I have transformed my body from the inside out.
Belvital is a first-of-its-kind complete program that is helping thousands of women feel good. Learn more at belvital.com.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, this is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 Sports Hub, Beasley Media Group station. This is a black and gold flashback.
Feeds it in front, and a save by Rask on Clark MacArthur. Hitting down the left wing, trying to get a step on Boychuk. Drives to the net, a backhand and a save, Rask. Now up ice, Turris into the right circle. His wrist shot, it's kicked out by Rask with a right pad. McCulloch with a wrist shot and a save. Rask had to fight that off up high. Puck loose towards the high slot. Drive from MacArthur, blocked by Campbell, and then high A, and that's it. 2 shutouts in the last 4 starts for Tuukka Rask, and 20 in his career. 5-0 Bruins over Ottawa as they continue to roll on home ice.
You don't think they wanted that shutout for Tuukka Rask? Gregory Campbell just left his feet to block a shot with 3 seconds to go on a shot from the point in a 5-0 game.
Tonight's Black and Gold flashback taking us back to this date in 2013. Tuukka Rask, 33 saves. Riley Smith scored twice in a 5-0 win over Ottawa. In addition to the shutout, it was the 7th straight game in which a Bruin scored 2 goals. That tied a club record that had originally been set all the way back in 1929. Bruins trailing 5-1 as we go to the third period here in Columbus. Shots through 2 periods, 26-15 in favor of the Blue Jackets. The Bruins have 30 shot attempts in the game. Columbus has 26 on goal, 57 attempts total. As the puck comes deep into the Bruins zone right off the bat here to start the third period. Boston will go from right to left as they clear the puck here. Marchand trying to sneak around Provorov. Provorov just holding his ground. Puck comes back into the neutral ice. Marchand puts a shoulder into Sillinger. Puck free to Lindholm. Peak has a pass redirected by Coyle and deep into the attack zone, but Bruins turning to go for a change. Blue Jackets will get out of the zone. Marchand knocked one away from Voronkov, who gets it back. Sillinger gives to Voronkov in the right wing corner now. Pass back toward the blue line, picked off Pasternak. Works his way through the neutral zone and floats one deep, but that's going to go for an icing.
Yeah, Marchand needed a line change there. I'm sure there was communication to Pasternak, but Pasternak just kind of on clean ice to start this period. A little too much on it, and Marchand's going to have to stay out again unless they allow him to change. Nope, they're going to call him back out. Yeah.
The referee went to the bench and said, we're going to need your presence back here. These two teams will head to Boston and play again tomorrow night. Final game of the 3-game season series. Off the face-off, here's Werenski putting it toward the front of the net. Zadorov wrestling with Voronkov and out to the blue line, but not out. Marchenko to Monahan. Geeky came back and picked his pocket.
Just hopped on the ice for Marchand on the change.
Zaka gets a pass from Pasternak, carries into the attacking zone, and shot blocked by Werenski, goes up into the netting.
Yeah, Werenski's just been... he's having one of those seasons, and I'll say it looks easy for him. Certainly does today. We don't see him every day or every game, but he makes smart decisions with the puck. He's a threat every time he's out there in the offensive zone.
Off the face-off, McAvoy working his way down the right wing side. Waited around behind to Zadorov, waiting for it at the left point. Now back toward the near circle. McAvoy keeps it free here for Pasternak. Backhanding one toward the slot, but off of Werenski and out toward the blue line. Geeky fires it back down into the left wing corner. Pasternak wheels it back to McAvoy from the blue line. Shot goes wide to the far side of Merzlikins. And Monahan pushed it out across the blue line, but taken away by Geeky, and right back in he comes. On the left wing circle, try to get it back toward Pasternak and or Zadorov. Got past both of them, and Osterley has to escape back to get it. Coming up on 2 minutes gone here in this third period. Kastelik goes in on the forecheck against Severson. Took him down. Play on as it's played back to the point. Carlo with a shot with traffic in front. Hit a body and went wide. Comes back in behind Merzlikins, and the net will dislodge as Brazo and Severson were fighting for position and banged into the back of the cage.
You think back 2015, right, the draft, and there were 3 defensemen taken in, I believe it was the top 8. And it was Hanifin, and it was Provorov. I'm not sure what order, but Hanifin, Provorov, and Werenski. Now you got Provorov and Werenski playing on the same team.
Right.
Werenski's had a good career. Hanifin certainly had a good career. Provorov had some good seasons with Philly, and then it kind of went south for him a little bit and finds himself here in Columbus.
Provorov went 7th overall in that draft, and Werenski right behind him in 8th.
It was Hanifin, I think, 4th.
Yeah. Brazo tapped one loose near the blue line here, and now shoots it in deep. Merzlikins stops it at the back of the net. Gives to Severson. Down toward that far side.
But all that he's had to endure here since he's been here as a Columbus Blue Jacket player, and there's been some soap opera here. I mean, no question about it.
Werenski, career high last year, has a chance in front of Korpisalo. Bruins able to survive that, play it ahead. Werenski had a career-high 57 points last year, 46 of those assists. He's on a losing team. On a losing team, and now he's on more than a point per game pace. Here's a save and a rebound, and they score. Marchenko puts home the rebound of the Putia shot, and it's 6-1.
Yeah, rebound, but open man, speed through the neutral zone. Lori pinches up boards. It's kind of getting beat all over the ice right now.
Just too easy. So 3:04 into this third period. Columbus extends the lead with their 5th straight goal. Marchenko will get his 14th of the year. As the puck wrapped around the Bruins zone, Wahlstrom will back it up. Lori gets it in the middle. He'll play it off the near boards. Tipped ahead by Kepke. Held off it by Provorov going into the near corner. Around to the far side. Peak pinching down into the corner. Puck brought free. Putia will send it off to the right side. Here's Marchenko. Catching up to him was Beecher, center of the blue line. Matejchuk tried a shot. That hit a leg, kicked off into the near corner. Losing his stick was Beecher, centering past Provorov coming down the slot. Peak sliding out to try to clear that puck. It came instead to Lori. He'll play it off the glass and out far side. Right back in comes Corrales. From the near circle, a shot. Blocker saved by Korpisalo. Marchand played it out into the neutral ice. Fighting forward. Here's Coyle to the front of the net. He scores. Lindholm able to get it in front to Coyle, and the Bruins cut it back to a 6-2 game.
That should extend. And the only good part of that is nice move, but Marchand should get the secondary assist, which means he extends his streak to 11 games now, 11 points. Or excuse me, 11 straight games with at least a point. Makes that nice little pass into the middle to Lindholm, and then Lindholm over to Coyle on the left side. Coyle cuts to the forehand, slides it past the left pad there of Merzlikins, and Brad Marchand, he's not going to want to talk about that afterwards, but good on him. Keeps the streak going.
14 points in the last 11 games on that streak. Charlie Coyle now has goals in 3 straight. Blue Jackets will come ahead here as a pass toward the Bruins net. Korpisalo just swats it away with the stick, and now here's Coyle up the far right wing side. Around behind the Columbus net comes a free puck. Marchand played it off the wall, picked off by Sillinger. Over to Fabro, who chases it down in front of the Columbus bench. Olivier held up, coming through neutral ice by McAvoy. Zacha gets right back into the attack zone. Coyle upended, going wide of the net, tried to centering for Zacha. Blue Jackets clear it. Sillinger will play it back into the Bruins zone as they head for a change with 5 minutes gone here in the third. And an errant pass coming out of the Bruins zone. No icing as Matejchuk comes back to play for the Blue Jackets. Osterley, a piece of it off the near boards, but up ahead it comes to Marchenko. Whistled for an offside.
Matejchuk just got called up, but he's been noticeable here today. I mean, some of that's on the Bruins, I think, but he's been noticeable.
It's just his second pro game. Made his NHL debut on Monday. 12th overall pick in 2022. The 20-year-old defenseman. Getting his first crack at the NHL level. I mentioned they called him up. They dropped him back down and then brought him right back up before today's game. As Geekie sends a one right through the crease here. Osterley pinching it down toward the corner. Monahan couldn't get it through Osterley. Provorov instead will go behind the net. Matejchuk into the neutral ice. Marchenko backhands one high into the air over the net as Korpisalo watched it hit off the end boards. Carlo helps push it out of the zone. We get a whistle and another offside.
Actually, both guys that they called up, Patia's been noticeable as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's been, some of that is probably on the Bruins side of it, but they've both been involved.
Well, hearing Dean Evison talk this morning, hearing some of the players talk, James Van Riemsdyk among them, of course, former Bruin, talking in the locker room this morning about, he said there's a lot of good young talent coming up on this team. The organization they feel is headed in the right direction. Evison just said, need to put it together more consistently. So we've been talking about, they have these games, much like tonight, where they go on these massive scoring bursts and then things kind of dry up. This is the 7th time they've scored 6 goals this year. Go along with 4 5-goal games and 1 7-goal game to this point. Van Riemsdyk chasing Zadorov deep into the Bruins zone. And Riemsdyk gets position on him off the far boards. Christensen got it over to Severson. Christensen now has it back on his stick. Wide angle shot redirected, goes up and over the glass in the near corner, out of play. 13:20 left here in the third. It's a 6-2 Columbus lead on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Elias Lindholm and Brad Marchand with the assists on Charlie Coyle's goal at 4:08 here in the third. That means another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, courtesy of the Shaws and Star Market Foundation. They help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Fortunately for the Bruins, that goal just cutting it back to a 4-goal deficit. 13:20 to go here in the third. It's 6-2 Blue Jackets. Bruins have surrendered 3 power play goals tonight for the 6th time this year. They did it 4 times in the first 14 games. As the puck is kept in here by the Blue Jackets, Sean Corrali shot around the near boards to Beecher. He'll play it out into the neutral ice, knocked down with a high stick by Severson, and that's whistled as Corrali plays the puck.
Man, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you, and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face off just outside the Columbus blue line. Just taking a peek at the out-of-town scoreboard. Coaching change has not helped in Detroit.
No, not
They're
yet.
down 5-0 in the third period. So much for the
Toronto winning that one.
Dead cat bounce. Here's Koepke from the red line to play it deep. Beecher into the near corner. Budia coming out from behind the net. Lobs it out into neutral ice. Juggled there by Voronkov. Played it deep into the Bruins zone. Corrali on the back of Carlo. But Carlo wins that battle. Koepke will steer it out. Foot race into the Columbus zone. Severson ahead of Beecher. They get locked up along the far boards now. Coyle in there as well. Puck comes out into the neutral ice. And McAvoy backing into his own end. Pass to Marchand, peeling off the far boards, gives it back toward the near side now. McAvoy takes a hit from Olivier, but gets the puck into the Columbus zone. Werenski sends it hard around the far boards, and Johnson was headed up ice with it. McAvoy came calling, and McAvoy kind of got sent awkwardly into the boards as they...
McAvoy tried to finish the hit. He just missed him. Here comes, I think that's Olivier trying to get at him. Zadorov's not letting him anywhere near him. Took a pretty healthy run at him.
They kind of clipped legs as he passed by.
He went into the boards hard.
Looks to be all right.
But he tried to throw the hit there, and it ended up being offsides. Johnson lost the puck, put himself offside, and Johnson saw him coming, kind of spun away from him.
So 12:03 left here in the third. These teams playing back-to-back games as home and home. Back in the old days, you might see some message sending.
Oh, yeah.
Puck backed up behind the net by Pete. Lohrei, Frederick from the red line. Pass toward the middle. Wahlstrom trying to fight his way around Aston Reese. Gets to that puck in the far corner. Off the back of the net. Puck pulled free by Brazo. Off the far boards, Pete sent it back into the corner. Brazo doing battle with Matejchuk. Come around the near side. Lohrei pinching down south of the hash marks. Tried to center. Taken away by Provorov. He plays it from the far boards out into neutral ice off of Lohrei. And Pete back to retrieve. Chased in behind the net by Van Riemsdyk. They get tangled along the near boards. Puck locked up in the skates. Referee imploring them to move, and the puck comes into the near corner. Lohrei turns onto his forehand. Now backhands a pass along the near boards to Pasternak. Outlets it for Geekie, and deep into the Columbus zone it goes. Geekie in there against Matejchuk. Wins that battle. Comes off the wall. Set it up for Pasternak. Poked away at the last moment. Fantilli got a stick on that in the slot. Pasternak was ready to fire the one-timer. Back into the attack zone. Geekie tried to backhand one in the direction of Zacha. Hit a skate. Provorov off the far boards. Finds Marchenko. Front of the Columbus bench. He deals it backward. Voronkov hands off to a cutting Marchenko. Kastelik sweeping over to win that puck back just inside the Bruins blue line. Beecher got knocked off balance in the neutral ice. Here's Monahan with a long shot. Save made by Korpisalo. Rebound gets cleared. We tick down to the midway point of this third period. 6-2. Columbus leads. Puck along the end wall of the Bruins zone. Osterley. Far side. Koepke. Pushed it up ice. Kastelik. Kastelik gives back to Koepke coming through neutral ice with some speed across the line. Down the right wing circle. Around behind the net. Trying to drag it back out in front, take it away. And Van Riemsdyk comes back the other direction. The left side, Werenski. Long shot. Stick save made by Korpisalo off the near boards. Beecher played it out into the neutral ice, but right to Pudia, and back deep it goes. Zadorov will send it around the far boards. Marchand fires it across ice. Coyle had it hit it and down stick in the neutral ice. Stop that rush in its tracks. McAvoy comes back deep to play the puck. Lindholm out in the neutral ice will send one in wide of Merzlikins. Marchand wrestling into the near corner against Severson. Puck came back to Lohrei out of the blue line. Trying to stick handle around Corrali. Shot hit a fallen Marchand in front of the net. Here's Lohrei throwing one in front. Marchand was still in front of the net. Got a stick on that and directed it on goal.
He's trying to shake that off. He took that right in the back from Lohrei.
Heads to the bench here, does Marchand. As Lohrei Finds Peak fighting his way down into the corner and around behind the Columbus net. Lost his edge. Puck comes back toward the near corner. Brazo trying to push it back toward Lohrei at the point, but redirected out of the zone. Peak will lift it back in, head off on a change.
Corrali got a stick up on Wallstrom.
High sticking the indication. Corrali will go to the box. And with 8:27 to go here in the third, Bruins will have a power play, but they trail it 6-2 here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Let's check out the Boston Bruins Authentics latest online auction and place your bids to take home a game-used goal puck from the Bees' historic Centennial game on December 1st when they beat Montreal 6-3. Head to the BruinsAuthentics.com to learn more and place your bid before the auction ends tonight at 10 p.m. Get those bids in quickly. Face off in the offensive zone. Bruins trail 6-2, 8:27 to go. They go on to the power play for the second time tonight as Sean Corrali has whistled for high sticking.
Yeah, so two things happened to Marchand on that last shift. He took a stick right up in between the legs.
There's Pasternak with a one-timer save made. Merzlikins dives on the loose puck.
From Jack Johnson. That's what happened. That's why he was laying on the ice. Johnson got that stick right up there pretty good, and then Lohrei ended up hitting him in the back while he was down facing Merzlikins. Back on the ice now.
And part of this power play unit, which is 0 for 1 on the night. Elias Lindholm to take the draw against Monahan. And off the face-off, Blue Jackets control. Puck shot around the far boards by Provorov. Marchand hustling over the blue line to keep it in. Sent it toward the corner, deflected up and out of play. Pasternak ended up down in the near corner. Not sure what happened there. Looks to be okay. Lindholm will take another face-off. And win. Zaka lost his edge against Johnson. Puck played down ice. Korpisalo to McAvoy to Pasternak, coming through neutral ice. Down the right wing side comes Lindholm. Wrestled toward the corner by Provorov, who pushed it toward Aston Reese, and he clears it past McAvoy. Korpisalo going to play it from his own zone out to Marchand at center ice. McAvoy to Marchand, swings it across to the far side. Lindholm picks it up off the carom. Provorov lost his stick, able to regain it. Sent back toward the blue line to Pasternak, stepping in, gave it across McAvoy, a one-timer from the left circle, and a good stop by Merzlikins.
Oh, that's a terrific save by Merzlikins. That's usually McAvoy giving it to Pasternak in that left wing circle, just the opposite on that one. McAvoy got a lot on that shot, but Merzlikins pushes off from left to right to get the right padding.
Off a clear, 50 seconds to go on the power play. Bruins change up the unit here as Wahlstrom backhands one toward Merzlikins. Tried to clear it up the middle, did Merzlikins. Coyle able to go get the puck himself after he had played it with a hand, so he keeps the puck alive here. He's got it on his stick in the right circle. Center blue line, Lohrei. Back to Wahlstrom for a one-timer from the left circle. And another stop by Merzlikins. Geekie had it taken off his stick. Kent Johnson coming ahead shorthanded to Werenski, near circle, shot just wide from the near post. Werenski's already got a 4-point night. Kent Johnson going to drop it back into his own zone. Penalty clock ticking off. 5 seconds left in the Corrali penalty. Zlorai brings it into the neutral zone, dumps in from the red line. Blue Jackets back to full strength, still leading by 4. Fabro takes away a pass in the slot, and up through neutral ice come the Jackets into the Bruins zone. Ronkov tried to steer it into the middle, taken away Kastelik. Left side for Kepke, sent it across ice to the far side for Beecher. And his pass is redirected up and over the glass, out of play with 6:01 to go.
Yeah, a couple looks there, right? And the shot by McAvoy was a good one. That's a nice save by Merzlikins. He hasn't been tested overly. It hasn't been an overtaxing night for him. You know, he's made some good saves. Didn't have any chance on Zaka's goal. Coyle makes a nice move to finish one off, but it really hasn't been a ton on him. That's the best of the night, right? Because there haven't, not that I can remember, any better opportunities.
Yeah, Bruins have 22 shots on him tonight, but not a ton of high danger. Here's a chance. Wahlstrom got it in front for Frederick, and Merzlikins made a save there, and it's centering pass.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Wahlstrom nearly had another opportunity. Here's Zadorov throwing one to the net, in and out of Merzlikins' glove, and Pasternak a rebound. Pasternak's got it with it along the far side, brings it all the way back out to the blue line. Beats it for Frederick. Backhands toward that far side. Pasternak goes around Corrali, right in front. Backhand, Merzlikins save, and he covers it with Wahlstrom right on the doorstep. Well, a flurry that time as Merzlikins comes up with a few good ones to keep this a 6-2 Columbus lead. We've got 5:34 to go here in the third period on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Can you name every song from 80s pop hits to 90s hip-hop? Whatever your favorite music era, show off your music knowledge with Alexa's Ultimate Song Quiz. We'll play a short clip and you guess the song and artist. Just say, Alexa, play Song Quiz to start. Play solo or challenge family and friends with music from any genre or decade. Try it now. Say, Alexa, play Song Quiz.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
5:34 left in this one. Columbus with a 6-2 lead here on their home ice. There's what you were pointing out around the league. Home teams are doing pretty well for themselves tonight.
Yeah, the only one that's not winning tonight, as of right now, is Detroit. They're getting beat. It was 5-0. Now it's 5-2, and that was after the coaching change that they just made. The rest of the games, and there's not a huge sample size, but Buffalo winning at home, Jersey winning at home against Carolina, St. Louis winning at home against Nashville, Dallas winning at home against Minnesota.
And in each of those cases, the visiting team had a travel day of game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. It's just a fact. No excuse. Just a fact.
No. Sure, somebody's done the math on that over the years. How visiting teams do on this particular day. Because of the 3-day mandatory break in the collective bargaining agreement, teams can't travel the day before the game if they're playing today.
Toronto did it a few years ago. They got a huge fine. They just said, we'll just pay it.
Just decided to take the...
Yeah. Players voted to go, and teams supported them and went and paid the fine. It was a huge fine, but apparently they can afford it.
They can afford a lot of things up there in Toronto. The ticket prices they're charging. Puck volleyed into the Bruins zone. Kastelik coming back to play it. McAvoy off the far boards. 4:18 to go. Koepke up the near side for Kastelik. Deep it goes into the Columbus end. Christensen will spin it up the far boards. Koepke right there along the hash marks to keep it deep. Kastelik will reverse it around the near side. Zadorov walks it along the blue line under pressure from Fantilli. Goes all the way to the far side of the ice. Stops along the hash marks. Deals it back to McAvoy, who faked the one-timer. Now he works it toward that far side. Off a leg of Pudia and into the far corner. Brazo has position on Christensen. Christensen able to win it back, lifting it into the air. Brazo knocked down the first one. Second effort comes out of the zone. McAvoy shoved away from it near the Boston blue line, and it comes back deeper into the zone for Zadorov. 3.5 to play. Pudia carries into the Boston zone that time. Loaded it toward the left wing circle. Sent back in front by Corrali. Turned away there. Trying to get it back out in front. That time denied by Coyle along the near side. It's Olivier. Olivier plays it to the back of the net. Pass Zadorov off the far wall. Right into the middle here by Lindholm. Lohrei picks it up. Marchand swinging one in front, looking for Coyle. He was locked up in a battle with Olivier going to the front of the net. Volleyed back through the neutral zone, and Peak will come back to get it with 2:45 left. Pass across ice. Peak has to get it off of Karam. Works his way back in front of Korpisalo. Deals off the left side for Wahlstrom. To the far side now to Peak. Fighting his way across the line against Marchenko. Kept in by Wahlstrom along the right wing circle. Shot blocked and goes out of play with 2:25 left.
Yeah, hit the regroup button here for tomorrow, and now you're trying to manage minutes here. Other than power play, you're trying to manage some of the minutes for the Bruins players in this period. And there was just some guys that were off today in terms of execution, and the energy level has really kind of waned as the game has gone on.
Get it back into the attack zone here after a clear, but thrown right back out.
Those extended shifts, they just wear you down when you don't have the puck and you're stuck in your own zone. And it looked like that's happened a few times today.
That one, we've talked about that really stood out was at the end of the Bruins power play, where they got stuck out there. Most of the power play unit got stuck out there for a solid minute or so after the power play was over. Ended up surrendering a goal on the line change. We're down to 1:45 left. Taychuk gave it up and got it back. Works his way up the left side. There's Voronkov feathering one to Corrali in tight. Save made. Korpisalo covers.
It's happened too many times today. That's how Columbus's last goal was scored, right, by Marchenko. Little soft chip in behind the strong side D. That one was a shot, and then Marchenko got the rebound. That one, Korpisalo was able to keep in front of him.
Big nights for the Blue Jackets. I mentioned Werenski with his 4 assists tonight. Marchenko's got a goal and 2 assists. Voronkov's got 2 and 1. Monahan's got a pair of goals too.
Yeah, they were.
Shot goes whistling up over Korpisalo. Came back toward the near side of the net. Corrali had a chance at it. Now Corrali knocked to a knee by Lohrei out of the near corner. Kastelik just feeds it up the wall. Frederick gets it out into neutral ice. 1:05 left. Blue Jackets with the puck in their own zone. As Christensen hands it back for Severson. In no particular hurry. Severson plays it up the right side. Pudia kept it moving forward. Van Riemsdyk just inside the Boston line. Kastelik bumped Pudia off of it. And Frederick will skate it back on into the attack zone here for the Bruins. Backhands a shot wide to the short side. Around to the near boards it comes. And out of the zone. Wahlstrom to Carlo. And a dump in off the end glass. There's Leakins, will just hand it off at the back of the net to Severson. 30 seconds left as the pass comes to Van Riemsdyk in the center circle. Over to the far side, long shot, blocker stop by Korpisalo into the far corner. Van Riemsdyk chips it back in behind the net. Wahlstrom will come to it, clear it out, and the crowd, what's left of them here in Columbus, comes to their feet in the final 10 seconds as the Blue Jackets scored 5 unanswered to blow this game open, and they'll wind up winning it 6-2. We'll be back to recap it next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
I couldn't lose weight. Fatigue, gas, bloating, hot flashes.
These women got life-changing symptom relief from Belvital, the comprehensive hormone health solution from Body. While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent Body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
The combination of the fitness, the food, the breathing exercises, the supplements, it's just the magic that I was missing.
My workouts have never been better.
I love the combination of the Pilates with lifting.
My body literally feels like it got younger.
This nutrition program has taught me what my body truly needs.
I'm less bloated. I have less inflammation.
Now I'm equipped with how to manage the stress.
It's helping me sleep so much better.
Within a week or two of taking these supplements, I physically felt a difference.
I have transformed my body from the inside out.
Belvital is a first-of-its-kind complete program that is helping thousands of women feel good. Learn more at belvital.com.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
As there's a drive by Fabro, save made. Werenski get it back across, and they score. It's Sean Monahan with his second of the night, and it's 3-1 Columbus. A lot of cannon fire tonight here for the Blue Jackets, who win it 6-2 over the Bruins, as these two teams will do this again in about 21 and a half hours from now back at TD Garden. So at least the Bruins don't have to sit on this one very long. They'll get a chance at revenge tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm the same team that beat them. So now they've crushed them here on both times that they played them. You know, the Bruins probably in a better place right now than they were the last time back at the TD Garden, but still, you know, just today's game was never really, they were never really on. I mean, there were a couple of good individual plays, but they were never really on. There were plays to be made early, and they weren't being made. And that's with and without the puck. With the puck in the offensive end, without the puck defensively, didn't seem to be dialed in as well as they needed to. And guys looked tired as this game went on. Guys fatigued. I mean, whether it's the shifts they played or whether it's, I don't know, 3 days and enjoying themselves. I don't know, but it looked like it. Columbus had a lot of the jump, and the 3 power play goals were big, but there were guys that were in Columbus that were noticeable. The things that they were doing and impact players that were noticeable in this game. So 3 power play goals, but there were some guys that were left wide open for some, Monahan's goal, backdoor, bad line change. Is that mental or is that physical? Probably a little bit of both. There were some open players in the first period as well for Columbus. They weren't quite on it either in the first. So 1-1 after 1 period of play. And then they scored 4 in the second period, and all total 3 power play goals for them. 3 for 3 or 3 for 4? 3 for 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, back to the drawing board on the penalty kill. It's 6 times this year that the Bruins have allowed, out of about 37 games, 6 times the Bruins have allowed 3 power play goals in a game against them. But that was only part of the problem here today. It was a big part, but it was part of the problem. Why were they getting the penalties? That's because you're hemmed in your own zone.
Right.
I know the first one was an offensive zone. That was a little questionable, but, the other ones are 2 penalties in the D zone when you're trying to defend and you're exhausted. Both of them in the second period.
Yeah, and you mentioned just at the offensive end in the first period, Bruins had some chances, but just couldn't quite get those passes to connect, or guys that you would expect to make plays just weren't making plays tonight.
Yeah, it's beating a dead horse with it, but that's what it looked like from where we sat, and that's got to be cleaned up. All right, there's your mulligan, right? You come off the break. This team was ready to go, and you couldn't match it as the game went on. Certainly in the first period, I don't think either team really ran away with it. I think Columbus had more scoring looks. They certainly had a power play, which really helped them, but the Bruins really never found it,
right?
On a consistent basis.
And it's a team that's in Columbus is now 11-4-3 on home ice. Flip that to TD Garden tomorrow. They're 4-11-3 on the road so far this year. The Shaw's and Star Market Foundation's Nourishing Neighbors Initiative sponsors our Feeding the Puck for Families campaign. For every helper on a Bruins goal, they donate another $100 to fight food insecurity with 3 feeds tonight. That's another $300 for the Greater Boston Food Bank. Follow along all season at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. We'll check the out-of-town scores, give you the 3 stars, and wrap things up from Columbus next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at